future and life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, love and dawn of a new day, bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, 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 bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future and life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, love and dawn of a new day, bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, 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 bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future and life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, love and dawn of a new
Sonwa, I
day,
see you.
bring understanding
Welcome.
and love.
Jerry, I see you. Pearl, welcome.
Inside,
Miriam, you're welcome. How are you today?
inside, all around me, yeah. Inside,
Ooh.
inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow,
Pure love, welcome.
promise the future
Courage, I see you.
life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world.
I wonder who that
Light, love and dawn of a new day, bring understanding and love. Oh,
is. Nomzia, I see you. Zizi, welcome.
inside, all around me, yeah. Inside, inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright.
Thank you for liking the live, Zizi. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You're welcome.
Future and life.
Yeah.
Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, love and dawn of a new day, bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, all around me, yeah. Inside.
Good evening to you. Good day, wherever you're joining from. Welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal. Today, it's a Thursday, the day the Lord has made. Indeed, I will rejoice and be glad in it. Guys, welcome. I hope our day has been good. How is this week? It's September already, I know. A lot happening. But Zizi, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Glad to see you. And thank you for liking the live. Guys, please help share to as many people as possible to be part of our talk today. It's a modern one. It's interesting, I promise. Bang Aki, thanks for joining. Can you press down on your screen and you see all the names of some of your followers? Just press send, send, send. Let them be part of our talk today on Insight. And I hope this week has been good. So far, so good. Today, it kind of poured today. I mean, I went in for a meeting and I came out. In fact, in less than 10 minutes or so, it was pouring. I'm like, no umbrella, my hair's gonna get wet. What's gonna happen? I had to go back and sit. I was looking, oh my God, because I had to run. But then it was fun anyway. I can't remember the last time I had to run in the rain like that. But it's all good. It's all good. It's just reminding me that this is September. The cold weather is round the corner. But yeah, we will survive as always. We will survive. Skua, I see you. Thanks for joining. Please help share this live. Thank you so much, Zizi. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thanks for sharing the live. We're going to be going into the talk today. And again, just to remind us, guys, whatever happened last week, I was meant to tell us the answer to the puzzle. So it's like, this is the third week I'm having to bring the puzzle back. I really don't like it staying for so long, but I just had to bring it because I didn't tell us the answer last week. And the reason is because the talk and the discussion was so intense. It was so insightful that we forgot about the puzzle. So today, don't worry, come what may, I have to tell us the answer if nobody gets the puzzle, really. So I'm not going to bring it back next week. We have to deal with it today. So when the time is right, I'm going to tell us, and then whoever knows the answer to my puzzle, see, I'm just smiling already. It's a funny one. Yeah, if you know the answer, just come into the box when I open up the boxes and tell us the answer so you can get the gift. Temple Boom, I see you. Living life. Oh, we're all living life. Thanks for joining. Please help share to your friends. Let them be on Insight today. I'm not hello. I can't remember seeing you anywhere in recent times. Or probably, you know, the streets we go through. When you come to these streets, I go on that street. I don't know. Anatello, I hope you are good. Good to see you here today. So guys, I won't waste too much time because I want to run through our talk today. It's quite an interesting... Oh, you've been off TikTok, I guess. Oh, wow. For 2 months. I said it. I haven't seen you anywhere. Oh, my goodness. How do I greet you now? So welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, wow. Well, I hope off the TikTok street was good as well. It's good to have you back, brother. God bless you. I hope all is well with you. Thank you so much for stopping by here today. I really appreciate it. And I hope you're here to stay for some time as well. I mean, not just on Inside, I mean on TikTok, because we miss your voice. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So, all the same, please help me just click down on the screen and send to all the names that will pop up on the screen. So we have the more the merrier today. Like I said, it's an interesting topic. I'm getting ready for the discussion bit of it. I want to see what angle people are going to bring to it, because I remember I was on one hangout not too long ago and something similar was discussed, and I'm like, wow, these things, you know, sometimes there's no black and white to the answer sometimes, but whatever works for us, I guess, you know. So yeah. Oh, thank you for sending to more than 5 friends. Thank you, Anatello. Thank you. God bless. Adactor Omega, you're welcome. And this aside, actually, I just remembered now, I posted a graduation video yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And I was trying to explain after all the delays here and there, but I did it. They say delay is not denial. So thank you to everyone for the shout out, for the prayers. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Much love from FunmiRoyal. Thank you so much. So today's talk, as you can see on your screen, I don't know why they're... Oh, I see. Something is wrong here. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Maybe. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't use this sign. Let's see if it will let me type in and H. Oh, yes. That's why. Okay. So you guys can see the topic on screen. If you can, you can just give me a thumbs up. I don't know, there was something wrong before. If you can see marriage and age on the screen, can I see a thumbs up, please? Oh yeah, okay, thank you. Because I used the sign of and, there was some exclamation mark there and it wasn't clear. So, okay, I think we've sorted. L, thanks for joining. Montella, I see you. You're welcome to Inside. So, guys, today's topic, like I say, very interesting one, marriage and age. I bet you'll be wondering, marriage and age. Don't worry, pull your chair, get water, get orange juice, get whatever, tea or whatever, your fruit, if you're, the fruit type or whatever it is, your salad, and sit down. Let's talk about this. It's quite interesting, especially in this advanced world. There's twists to it here and there, but let's talk about it. Marriage and age. And I'm going to break it down, so don't worry, you will understand where I'm coming from. Mr. High Tech, I see you. Guys, help share this live to your friends. Let them be part of the talk today. So, as we know, marriage is a significant life event that involves the union of two individuals, a man and a woman, coming together to commit to sharing their lives together. So one of the factors that often, comes under consideration when you're planning to get married and all of that is age. Yeah, I mean, well, let me not go in there. I don't want to jump the gun because I'm excited about this topic myself. So the age at which individuals choose to marry, the gap between partners, yeah, and how age influences marital dynamics. They're all important topic of discussion. We have to talk about it because I can't imagine I find someone I love, okay, we're together, and now, okay, we're not into marriage. And I'm like, by the way, husband, how old are you? And imagine, let's say I was 27 and it says, oh, I'm 49. I might just pass out. I don't know. Let me not be melodramatic right now, but you get what I'm, trying to get at. So age plays an important role when you're talking about marriage for so many reasons, which we'll be talking about today. In case you're planning your wedding or in case you're just enter this relationship and it's looking promising. I mean, let's talk about this kind of topics. Don't brush aside anything really. There's so many things couples can talk about before they end up saying, I do. So today we're going to be exploring the relationship between marriage and age. Marriage and age. We're going to be addressing how age impacts marriage, the benefits and challenges of different age-related scenarios. So I'm going to bring in loads of scenarios and also the cultural and societal influences on marriage and age. I see you, Rosemary. Thanks for joining. Please help share the live to as many people, really, as many. Because this one, except you're not planning to get married or, even if it's not yet time, it's something you can talk about. Anatello say, old? What do you mean by old, Anatello? What do you mean by old? If you care to explain, oh, don't worry. I'm going to open the box on I'm not mistake. What do you mean? There's a lot going in there, Oh, I should just ignore, okay? Don't worry. I hope you will stay so we come into the box and explain all this thing you're typing. Because sometimes when people type, I just read it out. I try to understand and explain. Sometimes I might not be able to explain like whoever wrote whatever on there. So you might be able to do more justice to your comments, eventually. But keep them coming. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I might not understand yet, but I know there's more to it. Oh, it was a mistake. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. At least I know we're engaging. So there's so many aspects, like I said, we will look at today. So first, let's look at the age factor in marriage. Age plays very crucial role in marriage. It influences various aspects such as emotional maturity, financial stability, life goals, and of course, family planning. I mean, if you're marrying an 80-year-old woman, she's not going to give you twins. She's not even going to give you one. That. So, I mean, that's the more reason we should talk about it. Because they say love is blind. But then marriage will open the eyes. Anyways, I don't know. What did I eat? I only drank water before starting. I'm okay. All right. I'm good. It's a good day. Okay, so marriage age trends. Let's look at that. For over past few decades, the average age of marriage has been increasing in many parts of the world. Factors such as higher education, career goals, and changing societal norms has really contributed to people marrying later in life. I know in Africa before, well, yeah, that was decades back. When you get to your, in fact, early 20s, your parents will start knocking on your door. Where is Mr. Right? I need to see Mr. Right. And you'll be like, oh, I'm still young. Say, I married your mother when she was 18. And I'm like, and the children say, Dad, that was back then. This is now. I need to sort my life. And they're like, for a woman, time is taking, all of those things. But please, let's calm down. Let's be coming down like this. Please be coming down like this. So, marriage age trends. A lot has happened over the years in the society. People look at higher education, they look at career goals and things they want to achieve before they settle down into any form of marriage. But our parents, are they having that? Not all the time. But anyways, again, another thing to consider when you're looking at the age factor in marriage is emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is often associated with age. But I tell you the truth, sometimes on the flip side, I say, this person is this old. And they're behaving like a small boy. So not always. So this one, just look at it some of the time. Or maybe most of the time. So that aspect is there. Emotional maturity. For the fact that I am 40 does not mean I'm mature enough to have a bride. For the fact that I'm 35 does not mean I'm mature enough to have a groom or a husband. So all of these things, those are things we need to pay attention to. Sometimes you might meet somebody who's just 19 and you'll be like, oh my God, your wisdom, your maturity is like you're 60 something. So we have people like that sometimes. But I mean, you're the one going into a relationship. Are you okay with their level of maturity or not? That is one thing I want to draw your attention to tonight. So emotional maturity is often associated with age. Individuals who marry at any age or older age are generally more emotionally stable, so I gathered, and better equipped to handle the complexities of a marital relationship, because age comes, as they say, age comes with wisdom. So the older you are, the wiser you are. But you and I know that is not always in every case scenario. Then again, people consider financial stability. So age can be linked to financial stability. That is, older individuals are more likely to have established careers, savings, and financial independence of some sort. And this, they think, well, can contribute to a more secure and stable marriage, but not in all cases. I'll keep saying that, Johnny babes, thanks for joining. I see you. Thank you guys for liking the live. Please help share the live. Let's talk about this. It's quite an interesting one, really. Then another aspect of marriage and age we'll look at is age and marital success. Age and marital success. So some research have shown that the age at which individuals marry can have impact on the success and longevity of the marriage. So, for example, younger marriages, in terms of marriages that occur at a younger age, can face unique challenges. Younger individuals, may still be in the process of discovering their identities, trying to establish their careers, and are maturing emotionally. So these factors can lead to conflicts and difficulties in the marriage. They barely know who they are. They're not like solidly grounded within themselves, and they're married and the spouse as well. In that marriage, early in life, they want to discover, I'll be like, when I met you, you were not doing this, now you want to do this, because they're younger people who has dabbled into marriage. There's a lot of challenge that carries, because it comes with their age. Like I said, all these things I've mentioned, I want to pursue career. I'm not ready to start having babies, because we all know in some parts of the world, the moment a husband and wife gets married, hey, 9 months, I bet you they're counting the days. 9 months like this, they want to hear baby cry. They don't want to know your aspirations, your goals, or what have you. They want babies. I want to be a grandma. I want to be grandpa. And then you're telling them, no, I've got goals. I've got aspirations. They'll be like, are you talking my language right now? So all of those are challenges that younger people who dabble into marriage can face. And well, it's part of it. Another one again we'll consider is older marriages. Marriages that occur at an older age tend to have a higher success rate. This is what I gathered. How true is it? I don't know. I didn't what's the word? I didn't do the research, so I wouldn't know. It's from findings here and there. I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe because older people are more mature and all of those things. Yeah, let's look at it. So older couples are often more settled in their careers. I mean, a 40-year-old man is not just start chasing career, so he's probably more settled, more experienced and all of that, more mature, and he's ready to settle down and start having babies because he knows his onions where when you talk about careers and all of that. So they also have clearer sense of their life goals if they are older people getting involved with marriage, and are more experienced in handling relationships. That is supposed to be, but not in all cases, Again, however, older marriages can also face challenges such as reduced fertility or differing life priorities. I'm a set woman in my 40s. I know my life goals. I know this is what I want. You are also a set man in the 40s, and we meet, and you're like, I know my priorities. You can't come and start defining this is how to live my life, or this is how you must live your life. No. We're supposed to come, all of those can contribute. So in terms of age, older people getting married. And again, don't get me started. Like I say, parents will look, a woman, when she's in her 30s, she should even stop having children because this and that. So by this age, you're 40, you're not yet married. When do you want to start having children? You don't know the time is ticking. Then, those kind of talks. It's not going to help anyone, but this is it. Age has a lot, to play when, good evening, Mrs. Williams. Thank you so much for the heart. May God bless you. So they worry about fertility when they get married at an older age. And again, ideal age range. So studies suggest that there are many, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. There may be many ideal age range for marriage. Often cited is late 20s or early 30s. That's what they feel is ideal for a man and a woman to get married. And during this period, individuals are likely to have achieved, good balance of emotional maturity, at least to some level, even career stability, because I've seen 25-year-olds who have attained managerial positions or who are CEOs and things like that. And of course, they've grown in their personal development to a level and might just be ready for marriage. So the study says people in their late 20s, in their early 30s are ripe, ideal, ready to be snatched up by Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. So I gathered. So, okay, another thing we want to look at again, I'm trying to expand this, marriage and age. Age gaps in marriage. So let's look at it. Let's break it down some more. The age gaps between spouses is another important aspect of marriage and age. Small age gaps. We talked about older people, younger people, ideal age to marry. So now we're looking at age gaps, in marriage. Age gaps between husband and wife, age gaps, So let's break it down some more. So let's look at couples with small age gaps. Couples with small age differences tend to have similar life experiences. They speak the same language. Imagine both of you are Gen X or both of you are Gen Z or Gen whatever, they have the same similar cultural references and even energy level, because there are small age gaps in between them. Not like, okay, no, let me not say that. It sounds funny. No, I'll leave it. So age gaps is what you should be mindful of. This can lead to better communication when the age gap is small. and you have shared interest and you have mutual understanding. So another one I want to look at is large gaps in that age difference. A husband or wife, it could be either way, because these days you see a 50 something marrying a 30 something year old man. So a lot of advancement in terms of marriage. Really, there's a whole lot going on in the marriage world, but when couples have large age gaps, it's quite a significant age difference between them, and they may face some challenges related to differing life stages. Energy levels will be different, and long-term goals might just be different. Say for example, a man of 65 has never been married, and now he sees a girl of 30. See the age difference? Almost like doubled her age. And now the love is there. Okay, all of those things are there. They now get married, and then they start having children. And that lady at 35, she'll give birth at age, let's say 36, 37, and this month she's also 66, 67, and the child is growing, running up and down, and this man, before he run from there to there, he's like, I don't have your energy, you this child. So you can imagine that is huge, so this can play some significant role in their age gap difference if it's too large. However, large age gaps can also bring unique benefits, as I say, such as younger partner bringing vitality and new perspectives, like while the older partner provides wisdom and stability. Imagine this case scenario I just gave us. Like a lot of people are on TikTok now, the 67-year-old man with his 2.5-year-old child, they're dancing together on TikTok and doing stuff together. Like, you'll be wondering, is this a grandpa? This cannot be the dad. But it is the dad. He's 67 and the child is 2.5 or something. You can imagine the age gap between himself and the wife, or even the child, so to say. So, but they say there's good to it. He will bring wisdom to the relationship, and the younger wife will bring the va-va-voom, like, keep it going and steady. So they say. So even regardless there's a large age gap between husband and wife, it could still be advantageous, so I gathered. Then again, we'll look at societal perception. Society often views large age gaps in marriage with skepticism. Yeah, they do, which can put additional pressure on the couple. So it's important for such couple to have a strong communication and a shared vision for their future to overcome all these challenges, because society will not let them rest. Imagine couple who love to take pictures, and you're holding hands with your wife and you're posting your pictures and things. They're like, oh, his daughter. Oh, people say, this probably will be the granddaughter or something. People with their mouth, they talk anything. Once they see the picture, like they say, oh, she loves her dad, or the dad loves the daughter, not knowing their husband and wife. Imagine society, mind your business. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just being a bit cheeky today. So another aspect I want us to look at is the cultural and societal influences on marriage and age. So let's break that one down some more. Cultural norms and societal expectations play a very significant role in shaping attitudes towards marriage and age. For example, the first aspect we'll look at is the cultural expectations. So in some culture, early marriages is the norm. Once you are 21, they look at you as old cargo. Why? 21, when life is just starting. But some culture will make you feel like you're older than you are. And imagine that. So cultures, early marriage is the norm. You have to get married early. If you're not finding a husband or a wife, they will push somebody to you, and you dare not say no. You dare not say no. So sometimes often influenced by traditions, religious beliefs, or the desire to ensure fertility. In our culture, if a woman doesn't marry at 30, they don't think she will have children again. Who says? I've heard of cases of 50-something-year-olds still giving birth. Oh, please, don't get me started. So they feel if they don't marry early, the culture feels that, this person might not be fertile enough when they eventually get married. So in some others, later marriage is encouraged with a focus on achieving personal and professional milestones before settling down. Some will say at a young age, 21, I found the love of my life. I want to marry Mr. A. And your parents are like, no, you're too young. That is some other culture. You're too young. You've got your life ahead of you. You want to achieve this and achieve that before you settle down. Oh, no, no. So you can imagine. So all of these expectations differ from one culture to another. And again, the societal pressure I mentioned. Societal expectations can exert pressure on individuals to marry by a certain age. Everybody's getting married at 25 as a girl. This is what society is saying. And then when you're 24, your heart starts beating. You're still looking left and right. Nobody's coming to say, hi, babes, you look good. Can I have your number? Whatever. And your heart is pounding. You're having sleepless night just because the society. No, please, no pressure. No, please don't put yourself through that. I beg of you. So let's not pressurize ourselves. Don't let our society put pressure on you to marry at a certain age. Says who? I mean, where is the book rule or rule book or what rule book to say that you must marry at that age? So for women in particular, there is often pressure to marry before reaching their 30s. There is a pressure. On your 30th birthday, they expect you to be celebrating it in your husband's house, especially for women, and that is it. And this is due to concerns about fertility again and social status. All of your friends, you went to school together. They are Mrs. A, Mrs. B, Auntie A, or whatever, you know. It's only you. You still want to be auntie. Everybody calling auntie this. All their children are calling you aunties. You have not even brought, you know, they start nagging you and start putting pressure on you. A woman in her 30s, like it's a taboo to be 30 and not be married and things like that. Please, society, let's take it easy. Especially on women, let's take it easy. So men may face pressure to achieve financial stability before marrying. That's another societal pressure which can delay marriage. I want to be this, I need to achieve that before, I mean, is what the society is saying, so I got to go with the flow. And before you know, you're 40 something, you're still pursuing whatever, you're not even thinking of marriage, and everybody around you, they're looking at you, the society is looking at you like, you know. So please don't let anyone or society put pressure on you, because marriage is not a game that boys and girls go into. Is for mature man and mature woman to go into marriage. If you know you're not ready mentally, if you know you're not ready, don't let anything be the pressure factor for you rushing into marriage, because you might just rush out of it and you don't want that to happen. So let's be mindful. Again, the changing norms, okay, as societal norms evolve, there is increasing acceptance of diverse marital arrangements, including marriages at older ages. I mean, there's no pressure, so you can get married anytime you want. It's not, some people feel it's not compulsory to even have children in the marriage, so you can marry at any time. What's the big deal? Marrying for companionship and things like that. So this is what I found out. Marriages with significant age groups and remarriages later in life. So these are changing norms. People might feel, okay, I'm 70 now, I've been single, I want to get married, you know. You might even find a younger person to get married to, vice versa, whether younger man or younger woman, whichever way, it depends, you know. So this shift kind of reflects a broader recognition that the success of a marriage is not solely determined by age, but by the quality of the relationship. By the quality of that relationship. You might see people with even large age gaps that they are striving, they are enjoying their marriage, they are having, you know, good time, you know, and then they're clocking 30 years in their marriage and they're still waxing strong. So I mean, we have that case scenario as well. So another aspect of this topic I want to look at, marriage and age, is the impact of age on family planning, because that's another issue, especially family and culture, even society as well. So age can significantly influence decisions related to family planning, including the desires and the ability to have children. Younger couples generally have more time to plan, because I mean, they're very young. There's no point rushing into having children, so they can put family planning in place. Some might even say for the next 5-10 years, we're not ready to have children because we'll still be in our 30s in 10 years time because we married early and all of that. So they can plan ahead. So younger couples generally have more time to plan and expand their families, and they may have more physical energy for raising children. However, they may also face financial and career related challenges. You're still pursuing career. My graduation yesterday is amazing. It was like a brand new baby. This person walked on stage with the baby, and I'm like, oh my god, that was so precious. Meaning she was writing the essays with the baby at hand, or she was even pregnant when she started her dissertation or something like that. And I'm like, oh my god, that must have been tough. Yeah, pursuing a career, having babies at the same time. Women, I salute. Honestly, let me cheer for all these tasks. I know, oh men, let me cheer men. Kudos to them, because it's walking out that stage, carrying that newborn. Like, I bet that child is like a week old or something. And I felt, Lord, thank you for helping her through. She walked up there, with confidence and proud of herself. Despite all the challenges with the pregnancy and all of that, she came out, she graduated, which was quite good. So again, older couples who marry later in life may face concerns about fertility and the health risk associated with pregnancy at an older age. This one I watched in a movie. I don't know how authentic it is. This couple, I think the woman was in her late 40s, the husband in early 50s, and they weren't planning to have any children because they just came together. I think the woman had children from previous relationship, and they came together, and for whatever reason, the reason, a baby came up and she got pregnant. And then while she was going for maternity appointments and what have you, one of the scans in between showed some abnormalities, so they had to carry out further tests and all, because the doctor said to them, maybe because of their ages, there are certain maybe diseases or whatever fertility issues that come with couples at that age having children. So they were faced with that, and at the end of the day, they either would lose the woman or she will have to terminate the pregnancy. I hate such dilemmas, to be honest with you. And eventually she said to herself she was going to, get rid of the baby, but she couldn't do it. But the husband had to support. But unfortunately, she went through the 9 months period, and when she had the baby was alive for about 2 hours, and the baby passed on. She was happy, not that happy. I mean, she was fulfilled in herself that she wasn't the one that actually got rid of that child. So you can imagine these are issues and situations older couple would face, especially older couples marrying for the first time. They still want to try for a baby, even if it's one, and then some health risks associated with that age can come up for them, and some, they might be lucky nothing happens to their child. So they may also be more focused on their careers as well, which can affect their approach to family planning. Imagine they're 60-50 getting together and still saying, I'm still pursuing this, pursuing that. Maybe in 2 years, at what age are you pushing what? Do you understand? So we need to be wise in these decisions. Then again, adoption and assisted reproduction. So older couples who face challenges in conceiving naturally may consider options such as adoption or assisted reproductive technologies known as ART, like kind of IVF. So these options allow older couples to still fulfill their desires for parenthood. So it doesn't have to be theirs biologically even. When you adopt a child, some people will say, because I want to bond with this child from the onset, I'm going to adopt like a baby that will grow with us as a couple, who will know us like her own or his own and things like that. There's no crime in that, as long as you're loving this child and you're looking after this child. Why not? You are mommy and daddy, as far as I'm concerned. So again, age and marital dynamics I'm going to look at. Age can influence the dynamics within a marriage, affecting roles, responsibilities, and power dynamics. Role expectations. What do I mean? In marriages with significant age gaps, traditional roles may be more pronounced, with the older partner taking on more or more dominant and protective role. You know, if you're not careful, if the age gap is too much, again, I'll have to say this, the husband will treat the wife like, you're my daughter, sit there. When I'm talking, you sit down, you don't talk. And then he will do that before realizing, I'm not talking to my daughter, this is my wife, kind of a thing. So, however, again, modern marriages are increasingly characterized by equality and partnership, regardless of age difference. So you know that even if you're older, spouse, whether you're the man or the woman, you're older, it doesn't mean because of that you will shush me when I'm talking or what. No, we are partners in this relationship. We have to show mutual respect, mutual understanding for one another. So because you're way older than me does not give you the right to disrespect me. So we need, that's why I say a lot of maturity has to play here. Otherwise, you're looking for trouble. Then again, communication. Effective communication is essential in any marriage. So whether there's big age gap or small age gap, you're young together, you're old together, whatever, you need to communicate. Okay, effective communication is very important, is key in any marriage. But it becomes even more crucial in marriages with age differences, because if you don't express yourself well, the other will feel because I'm old, you're talking to me like this, or because I'm younger, you're talking to me like this, and a lot of conflicts might just arise, which is not needed. So this has to be looked into. Partners need to discuss their expectations, long-term goals. Good evening, Emmy. How are you? Oh, I hope you're good. So they need to discuss what they expect of each other, their long-term goals, and how they will navigate potential challenges related to their age. Thank you so much, my dear. God bless you. You're welcome. Then again, another thing when you're looking at marriage and age thing to consider is health considerations. I mentioned briefly 2 points away. So as couples age together, they may face health challenges that can impact their relationship. So it's important for couples to support each other through these challenges and to plan for the future. So I'm just about rounding up because like I said, I'm going to rush through it so that we can talk more about this. You find out that, like one of the examples I gave, the age gap between a husband and wife is about 30 years. And now this man is older. He has some diseases that the older people are prone to, and they have that. Maybe it's not affecting the azarum. Yikes. And this young, vibrant wife wants to enjoy the husband. You guys know what I mean. This is marriage talk here. And it's like, it's not like before. A lot of things start happening, and you know, the connection begins to go down, and it's like, oh, since they've diagnosed you with this, it's like this aspect of our relationship is gone. So there's some health considerations you need to look into. Emmy, congratulations, your graduation higher. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you. So guys, there's a whole lot that, like I said, in fact, lots is just coming to my mind as I was giving the talk, but I'm going to leave that to you guys to come up. Let's talk more about maybe the aspects I've not even mentioned. We can share experiences of people you know, or what's your take about marriage and age. What is that ideal marriage you're thinking of? So I'm just going to conclude now so we can come up before I bring my puzzle. Finally, today we have to tackle this puzzle, please. Marriage is a deeply personal journey, and age plays a significant role in that journey. Plays a significant role in shaping that journey. So whether marrying young or at an older age or with a significant age gap, the success of any marriage depends on the mutual respect, love, and commitment of the partners involved. For the fact that Mr. A and B does not work does not mean Mr. C and D will not work, because they have age differences that is ginormous or whatever. Margaret, I see you. Thanks for joining. So age brings both advantages and disadvantages, but with open communication, shared goals, and a willingness to grow together, couples can build strong, lasting marriages. And that's the truth, guys. So ultimately, age is just one factor among many that contributes to the richness and the depth of any marital relationship, of a marital relation. Thank you, Emmy. Thank you for the heart to me. So, guys, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain on my talk. Let's hear more about it. Let's talk more about it. Because I bet you, some of you might know this couple, the age difference. Everybody was looking at them. The society was laughing at them, this and that. And guess what? They're still growing strong. Despite the fact that everybody thought, these people will not last a year. Give this man and this, they're like father and son and daughter, mother and son, or something like that, the way society. Lord will help us with the society. That's why we need to know who we are. We need to have a mindset of our own so that the society will not keep tossing us back and forth, back and forth. How do you then enjoy that marriage? So couples need to build together. They need to contribute to that richness they want in their marriage. Otherwise, what people will put in there, it will not be what they want. So I just have two questions for us today where we can start from, or if you have other perspective, please feel free to share with us today. So in this current dispensation, what age is ideal to get married, whether a man or a woman? I want to hear from us. What is that ideal age to get married for a man or for a woman? And the other question I have is, what ideal age gap should couples have between themselves? Whether the man to be older or the woman to be younger, or the woman to be older or the man to be younger, I don't know. What do you think is the ideal age gap couples should have between themselves before they say I do? And then I'll bring my puzzle very shortly. So guys, let's think about this. I'm gonna bring us up soon.
The promise, the future,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Let this light that's within me shine to
I see you, Emmy. Thank you so much, Mrs. Williams. I see you. So let's see, please send an invite. Let's talk about this. Or do you think it doesn't matter? Love is blind. As long as I love my partner, it doesn't matter who is older. It doesn't matter whether you're older or I'm older. As long as we respect and love one another, we respect, understand one another, this and that, So let's hear your views about this topic, marriage and age. Do you think age should not matter? Or do you think, FunmiRoyal, age matters, age matters? I want to hear your views about this. Amy, love, how are you?
I'm fine. Good evening. Sorry I've not been active, just busy with work and yeah.
I'm coping. Thank you, but I'm coping.
Every time Tuesdays, Thursdays, I'm always having afternoon shift and that goes until 10 p.m. So it's kind of, when you have a lot of things to do at work, I cannot just use my phone, or my younger staffs are around, so I need to play a good role.
Yeah, that's well done for even.
And I checked the time, I said, no, I have to be there. It's about marriage, though I'm not married, but yeah, I'm learning.
Even me, I'm learning. We don't know it all, really. That's why we always come here to rub minds together, learn from one another. So even if you're not married, I'm sure you know, or what is your own perspective about this topic altogether? Are you interested in older men, or you don't mind getting involved with a younger man? I mean, if someday you want to get married, what's your take on the topic? Does age even matter to you when you're talking about?
For me personally, yes, age do matters.
Okay.
I'm single and a single parent at that, so I want someone who is much older than me, somebody who is matured.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone much older, from 2 years
okay, fair enough.
above, but there's also a limit to the age. Like, I wouldn't want someone, let's say the limit should be 10 years older. And yeah, if it's too much, I kind of feel like grandpa. And
oh, seriously, that's funny.
yeah. So I would want to go out with somebody who is older. I know age is not maturity, but also I want to look at that aspect, how mature they is. I know there are younger men who are very matured
Yeah,
than
yeah.
older men, but for me, it's just something I've always wanted for myself to date somebody older than me and not younger. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I can imagine. I mean, it's your choice. Like I said, if you don't have a choice, the society will give you one. If you don't have a choice, your family will give you one. If you don't
That's
have a
true.
choice, even your friend might just give you one. Like, oh, don't worry, he's a good man. He will take care of you. Ah, there's just 20 years difference, age difference. And you'll be like, are you people say you love me? So, but then it depends on the woman. Some women will prefer someone way older, like 20 years. So it depends really on the individual. Johnny Babes, good evening. How are you today?
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Inside.
Finally, I made it.
Yay!
Thank you so much for filming.
Oh, you're welcome. God bless you. So at least you know what we're talking about. I don't know what your take is on this topic. Let's hear from you.
Marriage and age. I think it's a very I won't say dicey topic, but we need to look at it from a different individual perspective.
Okay.
So, with regards to financial stability for marriage, if you look at the world we live in now, education is advancing.
Oh yeah.
People are going to school much more, getting degrees, getting the doctorates and their masters and all of that.
Welcome, Oba.
Sometimes at a very young age. If you take, for example, most of the time our kids, those of us living in the diaspora, maybe our kids at 18, they are going to uni.
Oh yeah.
My son, for example, is going to uni. He just turned 18 July.
Oh wow.
So next 3 years, 18, 19, 20, 21, he's out, with his bachelor's. And if he wants to go further, maybe 23 years old, he's got his master's. Another 2 years. By 25, he's a doctor.
Imagine. Wow.
So he will get a good job, hopefully. Most of the time, if you go to that far, you either get a job or you are in position to actually establish one for yourself. So in terms of financial stability, I don't think it has to do with age.
Okay.
In that light. At the same time, you also have some 40-year-olds that are not financially stable. Either due to situation or circumstances that they've been through. And this can be from both sexes. For example, I take myself as an example.
Okay.
I got my first degree 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
At what? Age 44. But I've been married for 20 years.
Okay.
So at the point I got married, I wasn't a degree holder. I didn't have like a proper career, but I was into business and also doing some professional courses internationally from back home. So I did have some form of education. But in terms of university degree, there was nothing like that. But we're married for 20 years now. So I think it depends on the individuals, actually, I think it's... And when it comes to...
Sorry, 1 second. Let me mute. Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay. So when it comes to mental and emotional maturity, I think it has a lot to do with the way people are brought up. We are socialized by the people that gave birth to us or grew us up, basically. So you can have a 24, 25, 26-year-old man or woman who has a very much high standard about themselves, a very good sense of worth, who have a high respect for themselves and for people, who is well brought up, prim and proper, can treat a woman or a man right, and sometimes fear God as well.
True.
And you can have a 45-year-old man who was not brought up right.
Wow.
And I think that's a very, very serious situation to be in, because you have a man who is already grown up, or a woman who is already grown up. It's going to be a hard one.
Definitely.
Because for you to train or retrain someone who has already been trained,
who is a master in themselves already.
Exactly. So you have somebody who has already been socialized, their mind, the way they see themselves, the way they see people, and how they've grown up seeing people being treated. They've already been programmed. Now this is somebody, no matter how educated they are, they're still who they are. It takes someone who is really reflective of themselves, who will really want their marriage to work, or their relationships to work, to actually get to the point to say, no, I need to change. I need to change. So mental and emotional stability also varies. I believe it's so to some extent it has to do with age in terms of experience of the world.
Okay.
But to some extent as well, I would say age doesn't matter. It depends on the upbringing, the socialization, and the godly factor, because that's key. Yeah.
Thank you. Honestly, you've broken it down some more, really, and that's just the truth. So individual preferences really matter a lot. No matter the influence of the society, no matter the influence of whoever, is you that will live with this man, is you that will live with this woman. So you better know what you have chosen or what you are choosing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Don't let anybody choose for you and say because of this. And the one that fascinates, sometimes you'll see, just like you mentioned, a 30-something-year-old man knows how to treat the wife or the woman, a female figure right, and this older person, you feel age, maturity, and then you'll be like, my goodness, what have I gotten myself?
Baby brain. Yep.
So sometimes it's tricky like that, but whichever way, that's why you need to know who you're getting down with, because in the process of courtship, in the process of dating, all of these things you will see. If you're not always correcting this older man, sir, sir, I beg, sir, we don't do this. I'm so sorry. Or say, why are you behaving like mommy like this or something like that, So it goes a long way. Be ready that you're sure you're ready to spend the rest of your life with that. Otherwise, when the ring is not on there, you need to wake up your ideas. You need to know what you are putting yourself into. So it's very crucial. This age thing, it's crucial. It's very crucial. And one of the things I mentioned about culture, again, I'm sorry, it's like I'm repeating myself. Culture, because I know some people are just coming in and they will wonder what's going on. Please, guys, send an invite if you want to share with us, because we want to learn. We want to learn because we don't have all the answers. So send an invite. Let's bring you up. Society, can influence apart from family and all of that. And then because everybody is doing this, everybody is marrying older women. You too, you want to go and marry an older woman. And this woman will sit down there. But then I said, sit down there. And you're like, what do you mean? I'm your husband. And you're even fidgeting. You're you can't even face the woman to talk. And you're courting this woman. I better tied you down there. You better think twice. Everybody might be getting away. They found their own perfect older woman. And you, because you want to follow suit, you've just found this person who is treating you like a grandson. and you think love is blind. They say marriage will open the eyes. So let's be mindful because this thing plays a crucial role. Do you want to enjoy your marriage till the rest of your life? Make wise decisions. Now there's a whole lot of avenue to talk about these things shy away from before. Let's talk about it in the open because people are living these lives. Some have made that mistake already. It's probably too late, and they're just living life and enduring instead of enjoying their marriages. But you and I can still do better. We're here now. Let's talk about it, especially those in courtship. You know this person you're in a relationship with, and you know that this age difference always. Anytime you think about it, your heart beats like that. Please, as long as the ring is not on it, you can still reconsider. Nobody is putting a pistol on your head to say you must. Let's be careful. So thank you so much for that contribution. I'm coming to Toyin. Good evening, Toyin. How are you? Toyin Olu talks.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. God
You're
bless you.
welcome to Insight.
Thank you.
Yeah, we want
God
to hear your
bless you.
perspective to this, or if you want to start with the questions, you don't have to. Anyone, it's just to keep us going. Two questions I asked us today. In this current dispensation, what age is ideal to get married, whether a man or a woman? And then secondly, what ideal age gap should couples have between them? I don't know what your take, or if you have something else you wanted to share, please feel free. It's just so that we can keep it going. Thank you.
Okay, you said what age
So, yeah,
bracket should be
what should be the high,
is ripe enough for
yeah, for them to say, okay, let's get married, it's fine, we'll be fine.
for a woman. For
Mm,
a woman should be at least 24, 25.
okay,
Latest, she should be able to be married.
okay.
If she exceeds 26, 27, because that is their time,
Mm,
whereby you have suitors coming.
yeah.
If it exceeds that period, because they have their timing,
Mm,
unlike men.
mm,
If a woman exceeds the age of 26, it will no longer be on a platter of gold.
mm.
Rather, it will now become a prayer point.
Really, at
Even at
26?
that, even at that,
Mm,
there are many of them that have marriageable age, but they are
mhm.
not yet a wifey by character.
Okay, they're not ready.
It takes character for you to know if you are matured,
Yeah.
and for the men, their time, I want to say,
Mm.
even at 80, they can still have a wife.
Of course, and they will
But
even
for
have
for the
children.
women, yeah, for the women, they can. It's very good for a woman to marry early.
Mm,
You know, do what you need to do. Then you see your children grow like as if they are your sisters or your brothers.
I guess
Then
so.
you also be free.
Mm,
Just go through the major stuff, and at the end of the day, you are good to go. Seeing your children like as if they are your brothers and sisters.
mm.
How beautiful that would be.
I know.
The age gap, I don't think age gap is still that bad. Depends on what each individual wants for
Mm,
himself or for herself.
mm,
Depends on what you want. If you want an older person, is your choice.
okay.
If you want a younger person, it's your choice. But I, for one,
Mm,
many people don't even look at that. There are many women that married younger men, and you discover that the men they are more, they have peace more than anything else with the
true.
younger men they married.
Mm,
And there are many men too that married far older, younger women too, and discover also that they find peace. All that matters is you
mm,
finding peace in your home, finding peace and fulfillment.
mhm, mhm,
What gives you satisfaction in out?
mhm.
If there's no peace, if there's no satisfaction, if there's differences, and there's a lot of things to pull through that you cannot come together,
Yeah.
you can't just work out. You can't
Mm,
work out.
okay.
So I think age, I would say, is just a number. It's all
Oh,
about maturity.
okay.
You know, Mommy has expressed it deep in depth. Jenny, I don't know who spoke. I think it's Johnny B.
Yeah.
that spoke in depth, and I really concur to all that she expressed, and they are all fine. And I just needed to like kind of add up to what she explained.
Wow.
So it's okay. Thank you very much for listening to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you. Well,
thank
age
you.
is just a number. You know, you guys, sometimes we hear that. Do we really process it, really? Because sometimes when the society throws some words like that, some phrases, everybody starts saying, and I'm like, this thing everybody's saying, have they actually sat down to reflect on it? Age is just a number. Okay, tell me how age is just a number. Do you even know what they mean by that? Have you ever thought, you know? So, yeah, it depends.
If I will come in,
Mm,
I'll give you an example.
yeah,
When I met my husband,
okay.
when we got married, the age gap was much.
Mm,
He was about
oh,
9 years older than me,
oh, wow, okay.
you know.
Older
But
than you
I
or you
discovered
older?
that 9 years older than me, there is no way I would have married a younger man.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. I wanted to
Preference
know.
matters a lot too. Your choice, that's why I mentioned, I said it earlier.
Oh, okay,
Your
okay,
choice has to go with that.
okay, okay.
Yeah, even at that, when we were courting, it was almost going to be a concern on my part. That
Oh,
why will I marry a man that is far older than me? And by the
mm,
time we were now getting along, I discovered that he's actually the right man for me.
okay.
He didn't just take me as a wife. I saw a father figure in him.
Mm,
I saw an elderly brother in him. I saw someone that could guide me through life and
that's good.
help me out to grow in every other aspect.
Mm,
You know, he was really a fantastic husband. And
wow,
I thank God
wow.
I didn't make that mistake of losing him. Uh, in the long process,
Wow.
before, death took him away. But I
Mm,
thank God for the time we spent together. He was a wonderful man when he passed. God bless you.
sorry to hear that. May you so
To the
rest in
great
peace.
beyond. Thank you
Oh,
very much.
thank you so much for sharing that.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you for
God
amazing. You
bless.
see, it depends on the person. Some people, you're just destined to even marry somebody 10 years older than you. You find out that every man you're falling in love with or you're meeting, by the time you start talking, you find out that another one again is almost 10 years older than me. Maybe God is telling you something. You need such a man in your life, and I'm so glad you shared that with us. Thank you so much for sharing that. It depends on the
God bless you.
individual. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. It depends on the individual. What works for you might not work for your very next twin sister.
So,
Your twin sister might decide to marry a younger man. Don't say, because we're twins, me too, I'm going to look for a younger man to marry. Hey, no, it doesn't work. I wish it works like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to find your own person. And sometimes some people, because they know not what they want, what they need, they feel that maybe 2, 3 months into that relationship, they now talk about age, and this person is like, I'm 10 years older. It will just say, you know what, we can't go further because I know that I cannot be part of this. Thank you so much. I'm just going to meet you. I don't know where the noise is coming from. Danny Babes as well. Let me just mute you for a second. So we can still come back and add more to it because as other people are talking, other ideas will come to mind. So some people might just say, I know we've been 3 months into this relationship and I'm just getting to know that you're 10 years older than me. Unfortunately, I don't think it's something I can live with. Be honest and open in your communication. And talks like that, you need to talk about it when you're doing, oh, can I see you? Can I not see you? When you're doing your chat till midnight. What are you chatting about? Talk about issues of life. Talk about things. Get to know each other. Not that until you not say, I do. You walk down the aisle on the honeymoon. Guess what? By the way, I don't even know how old you are or something. I say, oh, I am 50 something. And I know your head, then it's too late. My dear, please don't find yourself in that. Talk about things, find out. You know what you want and you know what you do not want. So don't play with somebody's emotions or what's the word, string them along until last minute or after wedding, you're not disclosing this or disclosing that. So we need to be honest in our communication. Don't ignore any red flag that is your red flag you don't like in a relationship. Because at the end of the day, I mean, imagine when they say this couple just got married last month and now they've gone their separate ways. God forbid. So we need to be mindful. These things are here. These things happen. Talk about it. Have you, as a single person, thought about it? In fact, if I'm going to date any guy, the most I can date is maybe 5 years older than me. I'm okay. Anything beyond that, I doubt it. I don't think I'll be interested. Those are things you even need to say to yourself and be sure. Know for yourself and be sure, because sometimes, when you fall in love, it's hard to break it off. Sometimes it could be hard, and you don't want to put yourself in that situation either. So thank you so much, Tony, for sharing. My friend is here. Oh, Nonye, good evening. How are you? Happy Thursday. You've been good? I haven't seen you in a little while. Are you there? I hope it's not noisy where you are. Can you unmute and speak, Onoye, where you are? Or you can write in the chat if you're not able to, so I understand. Okay. Zizi, I hope you're still there. I can see you, but I'm trying to bring you up. If you're where you can't speak, I know you're listening. I'd love to hear your views about this talk. So if you don't want to come up, or if you cannot come up, you can type on the screen and I'll try to read your comments out. Sushil, thanks for joining. So I'll just go into my puzzle while we wait for Onoye to share his views, what he thinks about this. Otherwise, we'll carry on. And like I said, feel free if you feel like adding one or two more. Please, let's hear from you as well. So I asked the question, in this current dispensation, what age is ideal to get married, either a man or a woman, like the world today? You say, I think a man at 35 should be married, a woman at 27 or 29 should be married. Let's hear what's your view about this. And again, if there's going to be any age gap between you and your husband, or you and your wife or spouse, or I don't know, what is the most or what is the least you cannot go for? So those are the things we want to talk about. What is the ideal age gap that you think for this marriage to work? I mean, it has to be like at least maybe 3 years older or 5 years or whatever. What do you think about that as well? So my puzzle for today, somebody's there. Let's see who it is. Blackson, I'm going to accept. Hopefully you come up and we'll hear your views. Remember, guys, I said we got so carried away last week that I didn't tell you the answer to the puzzle. So maybe God wanted me to bring it back today. But today, whether you get it or you don't, I'm going to tell us the answer, because I don't want to bring it back again. The question or the puzzle is, why is it so hot in hell? Why is it so hot in hell? There's a reason why. If you know the reason why, you can come up into the box and tell us the reason why, and you get the gift for today, or you can type it in there if you're not where you can speak, and you can get the gift for today. Why is it so hot in hell? So whilst you're thinking about that, I'm going to bring us back to the topic, marriage and age. Marriage and age. Oh, thank you, Amy, for reminding our guest today. Peace, Paul. I see you, Gregory. Thanks for joining. Will Smith. Is that real Will Smith? No, I don't think so. Will Smith, good evening to you. Kathia, I see you. Thanks for joining Inside today. So, Onoye, I don't know if you can speak. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next person so that we'll keep the pace going. Cece, I see you. Thanks for joining. Onoye, are you there? Are you not? Okay, so I'll come back to you. Or you can just raise your hand when you're able to speak. Oh, thank you so much, Tony. Thank you for the heart me. So, Blackson, I'm going to come to you. I just saw your invite. I hope you heard at least a few bits some of us we've said already. We want to hear what your view is about marriage and age in this time and season. Do you think that a man should be certain age so he can... Is hell real? No, that's not... We're not debating that. It's a puzzle. It is a puzzle. So let's go with the flow of puzzle mind. So I'm not here to debate faith or religion, but this is a puzzle. It's for puzzle purpose. So why is it so hot in hell? There's an answer here. Thank you so much, Blackson, for that. Why is it so hot in hell? There's a reason why. So if you know the reason why, please come up and share with us. Please come up and share. So Blackson, I don't know if you want to contribute to the topic, marriage and age.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
You
you.
guys hear me?
You say?
You guys hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Thank you for joining.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. For me, I feel like once it comes to marriage, it doesn't matter. The person is 18 and above, you can, if you guys love each other, you can get married to the person. It doesn't matter if you're older than a person 50 years, 40 years. That's my belief. Love conquers it all, So, yeah, age doesn't really matter when it comes to love. Yeah.
Okay. So, are you married? If I may ask, you don't have to answer. I do understand. Okay. So, I just want to hear, but are you hoping to get married someday? It doesn't have to be right now. Someday, maybe, Blackson. Okay. So, you wouldn't mind if your wife to be is like 15 years older than you?
I wouldn't mind, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we want to hear people's views because, there's some certain norms or people have caged their mindset. Oh, the husband always have to be older or it has to be certain age gap, this and that, those stereotype beliefs. And that's why we're talking about it here. Because sometimes you find someone who truly understands you, but because your family is on you, oh, he's too old. Your society is saying this person is so old. Your culture is saying this person is too old, but then you cannot gel like your soulmate. What would this person do? Because some people get confused, especially when families are involved. So that's why we do this talk. You own what you own, know yourself, believe in what you believe, and go for what you need for your life, regardless of, what is. So that's the essence of this talk today. I hate it when people put themselves in bondage of certain things that, let me not say godly or ungodly. No, let me not go into there. But individuals are different. Your preference will not be my preference. And I shouldn't put pressure on you to like what I like. I get it. So that's what we're doing this talk. So thank you so much for your contribution. I don't know if you want to add to it.
Yeah, for me, right, I think once the person I want to get married to, as long as she's okay with it, even if she's older than me, 20 years, 15 years, as long as she is okay with it, that's the most important thing. I don't really care what her family say, I don't really care what my family say, but as long as she's okay with the age gap, I think that's the most important thing. And our happiness comes first. It doesn't matter what anybody else say. I don't even care if she even 50 years older than me. To be honest, I'm being realistic. Yeah. So as long as I'm not below 18, that's the most important thing. Yeah. I don't really care. So you can't put yourself in a difficult situation because of other people. And I feel that most people now that relationship based on what other people say, and it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Exactly the point. Don't allow people dictate your happiness or your joy or your relationship and things like that. Don't allow people to put you in that cage they've created. No. So we need to know what we want for our lives. Otherwise, you find yourself being tossed back and forth, back and forth. So thank you so much for your contribution. My puzzle still is, why is it so hot in hell? What's the reason why? If you know the answer, please let us know. Onoye, are you okay to speak?
I would rather say, why not the question?
Okay.
Why did God created hell?
No,
Instead of why is it so hot? God knows why he did that.
That's funny. I think I have some serious students in-house today. This is a puzzle because sometimes the topic gets so heightened, and I just bring this kind of puzzle to bring the mellow down a bit. So don't overthink it. And it's just a puzzle for today. I can't coin it to be something else. Otherwise, we need to find another answer. So I have the puzzle and I have the answer. I have the answer I'm looking for. So you can keep trying. Why do you think it's hot in hell? Don't overthink it, like I said. It's a funny one. By the time you hear the answer, you will laugh. It's a funny one. In past,
Okay.
this is what I do on Inside. So in past weeks, okay, for example, when I come on live last Monday, we tried a tongue twister. Peter Papa picked a peck of pickled pepper. You know that's tongue twister.
Okay.
So you will have to say it fast without blabbing. If you say it and you get it right, then I give you the gift for the day. So it's something to have fun with, not overthink.
Okay.
Exactly. So thank you for that. So the question remains for the puzzle: why is it so hot in hell? There's a reason why.
Okay.
Because something, something, something. So if you know the something, 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 you can tell us. Otherwise, I'll tell us before we round
It's
up.
really a puzzle.
It is. I'm telling you, it's a puzzle. Funny
It's really
one.
a puzzle. That is why I try to like. Why not?
No,
Why
no,
not swing
no,
the question?
no. I will throw some people
It's
off.
really a
Yeah.
puzzle.
Thank you so much for the clarity. So, Zizi, I hope you can speak where you are. Good evening to you. I'm so glad finally you've come up to say something.
Good
Yes.
evening.
Good evening.
Sorry,
How are you?
my attention was divided. I was busy with something else.
Oh, okay, I do understand. Thank you for joining still. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome. Marriage and age. I think the best age for one to get married is from age 25 for both male and female.
Oh, for both. Why do
Yes.
you think so?
Yes, because I think prior age 25, the mind of these young people is not yet developed to take such big decisions.
I mean,
So I think they need to focus on self-development and self-awareness prior age 25. Yeah, so that's why I think the best age is to get married once they've reached the age of 25. But in terms of the age gap, tricky one. Yeah, I think it also depends how comfortable you are. As a woman, I for one, I prefer that a guy be older than me.
okay. Like
Yeah, I wouldn't.
by how many years?
Ish.
So that means you haven't really thought much about it. See what we're saying now. So those are the things you need to know.
Yeah. I don't think it really matters by how many years.
So
Even
if a man is like 20 years older
even
than you.
20 years age gap, yes,
Oh, okay.
it's still fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But for yeah. That's what I think. But for men, I mean for women, I don't know, but all I'm saying is that I think it depends on whether the person is comfortable to date a younger person, especially a woman who dates a younger man. But I wouldn't be comfortable with that. Yeah.
Okay, that is at least that's you. You know that it's fine for a man to be 20 years older, but you don't want to be 20 years older than the man you want to marry. No? I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm so sorry. So the man has to be older, whichever way. So it doesn't matter his age. That's what I've gotten from you. Thank you so much. Oh wow. I gave an example before that there's a couple that the age difference is 30 years in between them. Of course, the man is older, and then the 30-year-old woman marries the older man, and then they start having children. By the time the man is 67, their child is like 2.5 or 2 or something, and the child is running, and the man does not have that energy to do the things a young father would have done with the baby. So those are the things I kind of pinpoint. But some people might like it that way. Their wife might have all the energy for both of them, if that be the case. I just hope she won't get weary in keeping up the energy and the pace, because to raise children at any age, even when people marry young and they start having children, sometimes they don't have experience. That's why you need mother-in-law to come and look after the baby for a few weeks, or mother this to come and look after the baby. So all of these things matters. And if couples cannot handle it right, it can create conflicts in that relationship. And if care is not taken, can even break them apart. That's the extreme cases. So personally, I feel that age matters as long as both partners are happy with it. I'm happy to marry 100-year-old man, regardless of what my family says, because I love him, I'm okay, okay. As long as you're happy, as long as you're okay. So don't let, of course, the family will support or not support. Sometimes they will attend your wedding. They might not just be happy with your decision. They know it's in your hands. So you have to be mindful, because when issues happen, which it happens in every relationship, it'll be kind of difficult to go to them for support and advice, because then they'll say, I told you so. When people love to say, I told you so. But it shouldn't be. You should love your family, care for them regardless of their decision. And every marriage, whether it's ideal or not, would go through certain challenges. It's natural. It comes, economical challenge, financial challenge, career challenge, emotional challenge. All of those challenges will come. So it now depends on how you manage that challenge together. So sometimes age may play a huge part. In that case of the scenario of 30 years apart, the man is older, he's wiser, maybe some challenges of life will come, and he's got the wisdom to attend to it on behalf of both of them, which is good. So that's another advantage to that. So we can't rule it out as not ideal altogether. So thank you for that contribution. I don't know if anyone in the box still have one or two things to, oh no, yeah, I don't know if you're there. If not, I may have to borrow that box so that we can bring in more people to share their views. My puzzle. Manager, if you're there, please put the puzzle up. Why is it so hot in hell? There's a reason why. We like to know. Today, I'll tell us if nobody gets it. So.
Say something on the hair. Is that okay? I say, can I comment on a hair issue?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to debate with the health issue, but I know that I'm going to go a little bit out of the topic, but for me, I feel like, Earth is a hell by itself, and, yeah. yeah, Earth is a hell by itself. So, yeah, we already feel the heat on Earth, so.
Okay, I hear you. Thank you. You see, it's good to laugh. Laughter does good like medicine, as they say. I know sometimes Earth could be like in hell. I know. I mean, this is the end time, as the big Bible says. The end times, a lot of things will happen, which is even beyond our control. All we can keep, is what you do in this world. Are you making it hell for somebody else? Like, we don't want to go off topic, but all the same, I understand you, Blackson. I really, really do. Thank you. So again, why is it so hot in hell? Hey, because something.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. How are you today?
Good. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. I can see your network. I'm seeing one red bar, so hopefully it will stay for you to speak.
Okay, let me try the puzzle. Is it because of the breeze? Is it the bridgestones? Is it because of the bridgestone that is there making it hot in hell?
No.
Okay.
No. All right, Tony, I can see the network is fluctuating as well. So if it drops, you're fine. Yeah, thank you.
My network.
No, Tony.
Okay, let me try the age. age and
Yeah, I
marriage.
think the network is bad.
Is
Are
it
you
me? Is it
hearing
my
me?
network?
No, I can hear you,
The
Onoye.
network is
It's Toyin.
okay. The network is really fluctuating.
No, I
Yeah.
can hear you now. At least now I can hear you. It's Toyin's network as well. It's fluctuating.
It's fluctuating. So I was like,
Yeah, thank you, Zizi.
okay,
You can
all
go
right,
ahead.
thank you. Okay.
No, Onoye, you go ahead. Toyin was just saying she might leave because her network.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Let me try age and marriage. I think a lot of women, your gender always have that age issue. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. But men don't really have
Why
that
did you
much
say
problem.
that?
No, because all through my experience in life, if you ask lady about their age, they always hide it. They always dodgy and cunning with their age. They always like being shy, demure
But they
about
don't
their
like
age.
telling
But
their age.
yeah, exactly. They don't like telling their age.
But that
So
doesn't mean they lie about it.
some do lie about it.
Oh.
Yeah, some do lie about it, and then some will shy. They will not tell you their age. They'll say no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But do you tell them your age as well?
Why should I hide my age?
Maybe if
Is
you
just
say
a
it
number.
first, maybe if you say it first, they will say it as well. You don't know. Because I'm
Yeah,
not.
that's just my personal experience with them. I've asked many ladies, "How old are you?" They'll like, they will not ask me, "How old are you?" I will say my age, but they do, yeah. So many times I've seen that happen. They always have problems with saying their age, but I don't know why. And then we also have seen many ladies all over the years who have different birthdays in 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah, they have different birthdays in 1 year. A lot of ladies already. But yeah, but the thing is, yeah, for me, for my own personal, I'm this kind of a guy. I always crave for knowledge and wisdom and understanding.
Okay.
So age is not really my team. So and even within my family itself, I fight that thing so hard about age. If you want to do discussion with me, you don't have to start with your age. If you start with your age, that's a big problem between me and that person first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you must deal with the problem with me first before you talk about age. If you start the discussion with me and then you put age forward, no, I'm not going to listen anymore.
But you're getting to know this person. They're getting to know you. At some point, it's gonna come up.
That's what I'm saying. So if we are doing any kind of discussion,
Yeah.
just like the way I go to family settings now. In family setting, whatever the problem that arises, you have to deal with the problem with me first,
Oh, okay.
not putting the age inside. We must deal with that problem, know who is at fault, who need to apologize, and then after we finish that problem solved, then before you not talk about age. Because you know, in our African settings, age is like the priority to everything. I'm older than you, so you cannot ask me this question.
But we're talking of a mutual
Yeah, yeah,
relationship.
yeah. I'm just talking about my own personal experience about age. That age is not a barrier to me.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. So age is not a barrier to me. What is my concern is I'm after your knowledge, your understanding, what you know you can share with me, what I know that I can share with you, so we can learn from each other. That's my first thing with a person. So like for me, I can go out with a lady that is 10 years older than me. That is the highest I can take.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
But in as far that knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding that I'm looking for
Yeah.
is with you, yes, I can put up with you. 10 years maximum.
Wow.
Yeah, I can put up with such a woman.
Wow. 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 Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So then, if in the age factors in a relationship, I think it depends on who is ready to go into a relationship. At least you should be at least as a lady, age 25, you start looking forward. Then as a man, at least age 30.
Okay.
Yeah, age 30, you start looking forward. But for me, I started very early. I think I think, either 28 years. I started 28.
And you
Yeah.
think that's early? Some people say that's late.
Yeah, no, for some people, but what I'm saying, if we really want to look at carefully, for a man, I think 30 years is a perfect idea for me.
Okay.
Perfect idea is 30. But if that individual as a man think, yes, he can handle things more before 30, because that is what marriage is all about. It's all about what you can handle if you're ready to deal with that kind of responsibility,
Yeah.
is when you're ready. So, but that was me. I started at the age 28. I already have my first child.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started early on my own age, 28, and then I could handle all these things. So, and then when I had my first child here, there's no mommy and daddy here to do bathing or children, how to change pampers and all that.
Oh, tell me
I
about it.
just I just go online and then learn the one I could be able to learn online, and then the midwife who deliver the baby give us the other tips that we need to do about it, and that is it. Up
Okay.
today, I kick on, and then I invited one woman just for the very first shower of the baby.
Oh.
So we just look at how the woman want to do the first showering, and then we just look everything, and then that is it. We did not call the woman back to come and do any shower again. So we learned,
You had to
yeah,
learn.
yeah, we learned everything quick, and then that is it. And up until today, when we had the second one, we didn't call anybody anymore for the second child.
Okay. Okay.
So
At
yeah,
least experience from the first
yeah,
one.
yeah. We just learned the for the very first one, and then the other one we didn't call anybody. We started doing our things by ourselves. So yeah, if we really want to go into marriage, those are the things you need to just go and learn. Know those things, and then before you go into it. So I think those women who really marry more than the age, like 30 years different,
Oh.
just like the example you said, I think some of them have different intentions. That's why they go that really far. They have different intention.
Good
So and
evening,
then
gospel office.
yeah, so some of them have different intention by saying, and maybe the man is a wealthy man, so they just okay, so that they can be comfortable in terms of money aspects, and then pampering with some of their excesses that their 5 age difference will not tolerate. So they will go for that, for all those tolerance and all that the person will be more tolerant, and yeah. So that's why those women really go higher on those age. So just like the example now you see, and if you see some of them, those women that go higher, some of them don't even go to party with their husband, because
They
somehow
are ashamed.
I've seen lots of them, they are shy.
Is it they are shy or they are ashamed?
I don't want to say they are shy, but let me just say they are shy.
Okay, we're being discreet here. Okay, I get you.
Yeah, I've seen some of them, they are shy to go out with their husband because of the age gap. It's too much. They can't even go to club with their husband because of the age is too much. And then they are trying certain things. If the age is actually too much, there are some kind of tune that you cannot tune in with the person. Yeah, you cannot, because in every dispensation there are all kinds of styles
Lifestyle.
and lifestyles that comes in every dispensation.
Oh,
So if I am 30 years older than this person, that means I've been in existence for 3 decades.
before you were born.
Before that person was actually born, there's a whole lot of things that person cannot really resonate with me with.
You'll be speaking Greek and
Exactly.
Spanish.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a whole lot of things he cannot go
Yeah.
with.
Those were one of the disadvantages we
Yeah, that's
talked
the one
about.
again. He really will not go with. So, but if you do 10 years and 1 year, that is fine. If I can go with the 10 years older than me, that's fine. I can see resonate with the person, but learn, because it's not that too far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can still learn some of those things with the person, and then still mash up with knowledge, just like history now. At least all the history we will be learned in school, they are being existed before we were born,
Yeah.
but we could still manage and grab those histories earlier. Yeah, so yeah.
Thank
So
you.
age does not really matter. It's just a number. It's understanding what you really need is what is matter in marriage, not what you want. Is what is really needed.
Word. Thank you for that. I'm really getting wowed, especially from you men. So you don't mind women who are like certain age older than you, because I always feel that every woman wants somebody. A woman will want somebody older than them. That I don't know, but it's okay. It's okay. We're learning. Thank you so much, Onoye. Thank you for that. When people sit down to gather and talk like this, because sometimes you have a different perspective to it, and then you hear another. In fact, you just have to raise your hand and say, okay, I give up. So thank you for that. I can see the gospel office. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome. Good evening to you.
Good evening, ma. Thank you for having me. God bless you, ma.
Thank you so much for coming as well. I really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you so much. Sorry I'm a bit late. Thank you so much.
We're still in the topic, and as you can see on screen, marriage and age. I'll just say one or two things so that you can pick up from there. And guys, again, the puzzle is today. If we get it, if we don't get it, I will still tell us the answer today, because I'm not planning to bring you back next week. It's been running for the last 3 weeks. I don't know why. I always would just do for 2 weeks, but for whatever reason last week I didn't tell us the answer. That's why I had to bring it back today. So we're talking about marriage and age. We've looked at maybe husband being older than the wife, or couples getting married when they're young. Oh, thank you so much, Onani. Thank you so much for that. Age gaps between a man and a woman. Which one is ideal? Do we think that at a certain age, say for example, for a man at 30, if he's not married, maybe he might never get married. All those kind of talk about marriage and age. Should age be a barrier to who you say I do to? And again, even if there has to be an age gap difference, how far do you think it should be? Maybe 5 years tops. Anything more than that, there will be trouble or something. I don't know what your take would be. So it depends on which one you want to tackle first. Or what do you think? Does age matter when you're thinking of marriage? Your spouse, as a man, you don't mind if she's 20 years older than you, as long as you gel, you're like soulmates and all of that is fine with you. Or you have to be compulsorily older than your wife, otherwise you can't marry her. I don't know what your take is. So the floor is yours, the gospel office.
Okay, thank you. A very interesting one here tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. For me personally, I'll go with a lady. I'm not married yet, so I'll go with a lady that I'm older than.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It could be max 5 years.
Oh, fair enough.
It could be max 5 years to 7 years. Okay, so I'll go with that. My reasons are, I can train her to what I want. I can learn from her. Yes, I can learn from her. Then she can learn from me. We can be friends regardless of the age. Then there's respect. There's respect. Then I can train her to what I want, because she already grew up from a background of her own. Regardless of the tribe or her Christian journey. So I'll train her to what I want. But that is for me. However, I don't see anything wrong for anyone else marrying somebody that is older than you.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong. But I will advise that the age shouldn't be much.
Say
7 max, 7, 10 on a maximum. 7, 10 on the max. For ladies for guys marrying a lady who's older than them, I would say 5, 7 to 10. 5, 7 max. Yes.
Why is that? Why would you say that?
Because of their body system, the way their bodies are.
Okay.
Yeah, because after giving birth and all that, they age faster. I don't know. Yeah, but things are changing now, to technology and the kind of nutrition. Yeah, that and exercise. So that is for that. But the most important thing there is love and respect. You guys love each other, you respect each other, you do everything together, you pray together, you are partners. You are partners, you're partners for life. There's no riding on one another. There's no like you trying to boss over the other person. No, you try to understand the other person's view. You make room for each other, tolerate each other, and love each other. That's the most important thing I see there. Yeah. So age is not a problem, but for me personally, I'd rather go for the person I'm older than. Yes, that's what I see.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Wow, it's getting more interesting. This thing called age in marriage setting. Age. Whatever works for you, that's what I'm getting. So it shouldn't matter. And everybody, they have their own limit age gaps that they can, embrace or reject. Like I say again, it's still individual choice. So nobody's forcing anything down you. But we have, maybe I should even give us a case scenario. A woman who wants to get married and has said to herself, I'm going to marry a man that is 3 or 5 years older. Anything more than that, no, it's not for me. And then along the way, she now fell in love with this person that, she knows that this is the bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. And then she found out that this person is 7 years older, not even 10, 7 years older. What do you reckon she would do? Will she say, oh, because of my principle or because of what I want, because of this and that, but this person is good to me just because of 2 years, from what she expects? Now she's in a dilemma. Should she go ahead and marry this person, or because of these 2 years, it's not for me, I don't think I can cope? So you have so many case scenarios in life. But should age really matter when it comes to choosing that life partner? Somebody who gets you, somebody who takes care of you, somebody who is sacrificial, somebody who's understanding, and all of these things put together. Would you consider that versus the age gap? I don't know. So thank you all for your contribution so far. Again, my puzzle going. Why is it so hot in hell? Today is the day. If we don't get it, I'll tell us the answer, because I'm not bringing it back again. So I have One Love, you're back. I don't know, the thing kept dropping you. One Love, would love to hear from you. Good evening. I hope you're good today.
Yeah, I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. So you don't mind moving closer to the mic or closer so we can hear you louder?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I think it's better now. Yeah, so I don't know what your take is on this topic. Please put a spin on it for us. Marriage and age.
Okay. I actually came in very late, so
Okay, all right.
then I could just put my own suggestions as well.
Okay.
Everybody, good evening, good morning, and
Good day.
wherever we are streaming from.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I always say when I talk to people about marriage, on marriage and relationship, there is no specified manual to marriage.
Okay.
Every marriage is unique in its own form.
Yeah,
So what works for Mr. A in his marriage might not work for Mr. B.
definitely.
Okay, so it does not mean that what Mr. A is doing it's not is expedient, is not necessary, or probably is not right. Let me use the word right.
Okay.
It's just every marriage it depends on its own uniqueness. Okay, in my own personal opinion, for me, myself, I prefer to get married to someone I'm older than.
Oh.
Okay.
So by how many years?
Anywhere between 4 years, 4 years, 5, 6.
Okay.
That's my own opinion for myself. It does not mean that it's better than someone that wants to get married to a lady that is older than they are. Like I said, every marriage is unique to itself. Now I'll just do a little rundown on the advantages and the disadvantages of having partners probably that has a very high age range to yours,
I
I'm not
wanted
going
to,
to
I wanted
gender.
to, one love, I wanted to put you on the spot. What if you fall in love with somebody 3 years older than you?
I won't put myself in a position to fall in love. I fall in love consciously. I'm that kind of person.
Oh, okay, all
Yeah,
right.
it can't just happen. I don't believe in love at first sight, so I don't put myself in that
Oh,
position.
you don't
So if
believe
I
in
feel
love
like
at
I'm
first
getting attached,
sight?
yeah, I feel like if I get attached to you and this is what I want, definitely I would move back. I would take a step back, and it has
Oh,
happened several. So I won't even
oh,
put myself in an uncompromised position. Fall in love with someone older than I am, unless I have changed my own, values. For that, I want someone that's older than me. Then it can happen. Do you
yeah,
understand?
yeah, okay.
Right. So I'll just give a rundown on the advantages and disadvantages of having partners that has a high age difference and probably in the same age bracket.
Okay.
Now the age bracket I'm using, it's when someone is 3 years older than you, you're in the same age group. You understand? So I won't be gender specific. So when I'm talking about a partner older than you by 10 years, it could be male, it could be female, it could go either ways.
Yeah,
You
wow.
understand?
Yeah.
When we're talking about the advantages of having a high-aged partner, the
Mm.
first advantage is the emotional maturity. Okay, so older partners they often tend to have greater emotional intelligence. You
Oh,
understand? And the younger ones, and probably they got it from either experience, education, or probably as you get older, you learn.
oh
Okay,
yeah,
so
definitely.
this emotional maturity, it could lead to better conflict resolution and communication as well.
Mm.
So that's its own advantage. Okay, now when you're talking about clearer life goals, older individuals, they often have a better understanding of their own life goals. You
Mm.
understand, and they can actually make more informed decision about the future, because they tend to actually live the life, for a long time as teens, as adolescents, as probably in their early 20s or 30s, as the case may be. So they have more experience about life, so they understand what it's like, what life goals is. You understand, they have hand experience on these things that someone that is probably in his early 20s that doesn't even understand his left from his right. So that's the advantage of that one. Now, in some cases, why I use some cases is because you can also see a man at 60 that is still broke. But then in some cases, their financial stability can be
Yeah.
an advantage. Because the truth is, with age, individuals may have more established careers and financial stability. You understand? And it can actually provide security for the relationship. Do
Thank
you
you,
understand?
Mr. for the heart to
So,
me.
so the financial stability, I'll put it in quotes in most cases, because you can also find someone that is broke at 50. You understand? But then, with individuals, they tend to have established careers, okay, and financial stability. So it's also an advantage for probably a lady that is seeking to get married to an older man, or a man, a young guy that's seeking to get married to an older lady. And the truth is, in most cases, why people even do that is because of the financial stability. They see security in that relationship. You understand? And then I will talk about experience as well as an advantage. We have a lot of life experiences that could contribute to richer perspective from a relationship, that could enhance understanding and empathy in relationship. So when you have an older person as a partner, they understand life with experiences.
Yeah.
Because like they say, experience is the best teacher. So when you have experience in something, it teaches you how to follow through or follow suit. I can give you an instance. You have been in a relationship for 10 years, and throughout being in a relationship for 10 years, I had a partner that was always verbally abusive.
Oh wow.
In the line, when the person is abusing me, I hit them or whatever, and it does not end well. Now, when I enter into another relationship, or probably I'm married, and I come, like there's a case scenario where the lady is being abusive. At that point, I know that when I hit this lady, it's not going to end well. Now, experience has taught me to, withdraw from such acts. So in some cases, when you have someone that's older, experience also plays a very key role. You understand? Then I'll run down some disadvantages of having, probably someone that is way much older. We have different life stages. Life is in stages. Okay, so we have different life stages. Like there could be significant age gap, and it could lead to different priorities, such as our careers, our ambitions, and various family planning. For instance, like a man born in the 70s, his his uh, 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 his thoughts, well, he tilts towards something different from a lady born in her probably in the 2000s or probably in the late 90s. Okay, so now that's a disadvantage because I might be in my late 90s and I get married to a man in his 70s, and I'm talking about probably going on a hot girl summer vacation, and he's not thinking towards that direction, and it could arise in conflicts. You understand? I could be thinking of going for a party with my friends, and the man is no, I just want you to be around, take care of the kids. There are men that when they're in their 60s and 70s, they don't like their women to work. He wants her to be a stay-at-home mom. But then this generation, they want to work. They want to show full working to be heard. So in that case scenario, it's now a very big issue. So that's one of the disadvantages of actually getting married to someone that's way much older than you. We're talking about the different life stages. Then the second one, we're talking about the health concerns. An older partner may face age-related health issues sooner than you should.
One of the points.
It affects the dynamics of the relationship at the long run. Speaking about probably sex, probably there are a whole lot of health challenges that comes with age.
Yeah.
So imagine getting married to someone that is like probably 10 or 15 years older than you are, and they age faster than you, and probably they get weak. It will lead to a lot of relationship issues. So that's a disadvantage. I will say one more disadvantage. We're talking about like social stigmas. Like I already talked about, the stages in life. Couples with significant age differences, they actually face a lot of societal, judgments and disapprovals, and it could impact in their relationship. And I can give cases when a lady gets married to an older man, the first idea that enters the head of people is she married him because of his money. When a man does the same thing goes. You married him because of his money. So it could actually create a lot of social stigmas and affect the relationship. Now I'll go to the same sex, like the same age bracket partners. You understand? When I use age bracket, I'm talking about people that are older than each other with
In
like
the same age range, yeah.
exactly right. We are something below 5 years. So we have the advantage. The first one is around about aligned goals. So being in a similar life stage can lead to more aligned goals. Regardless of your career or your family or your lifestyle. You understand? If somebody was born in the 90s, get married to someone that was born in the 90s as well. They think alike. You understand? Their goals can be aligned. You might be thinking vacation, your husband is thinking vacation. Okay. You might be thinking, I need just one kid or two children. Your husband is thinking the same. You understand?
Yeah.
So, I can also take us back. Now, someone that probably in her 90s get married to somebody in his 60s or 70s. I'm not sure the man might be thinking of giving birth to another child. But then she might be thinking of giving birth to like three. Okay, so that's an advantage. That's an advantage of having the same age brackets. Then we talk about life experiences as well. So partners in the same age brackets often share similar life experience, interest, and also some cultural, references that could actually, foster deeper connection. So when it's just like a guy that likes Big Brother Niger, and the lady that likes it as well, they could actually vibe on that because they're in the same age bracket. You can't be telling a man in his 60s that this person left the house. You really understand that.
Yeah. And they're like, what is this nonsense?
Exactly right. Exactly right. So there are a lot of experiences you can share together because you're in the same age bracket. Now we're talking about mutual understanding.
Yeah.
Similar ages, it often implies a better understanding of each other, whether you're talking about in aspirations or actually having challenges.
Yeah.
To promoting empathy. For instance, I can give an instance. I know for sure that somebody that is older might not like eating out all the time. But two people that are young can actually go on regular dates. Probably, okay, we're not going to cook today. Let's go have continental dishes. Let's go have this. Let's go have that. But a man that probably just came back from work might not have that.
Home cooked meal.
Exactly, right? And that could lead to conflict. So these are also another advantage. Now, this is the last one I'll be sharing as an advantage is actually very much important. We're talking about social network. Social network is very much important. That's an advantage of having same age brackets, as your spouse. So friends and society and social circles may overlap more in enhancing social support for relationship. I can explain. There could be a lot of social gatherings we can have. We can see it with WhatsApp groups. Imagine you said, okay, we're having an event and we are adding up couples in the event and we have a WhatsApp group. What does a man or a woman of 60s or 70s know they are going to get into, to actually add up to the party to make it spicy? Why the wife is saying or the husband is saying who is younger, the older one, sometimes they tend to share, these forwarded videos to the group, like they make the whole thing boring. At the end of the day, the lady or the guy is actually feeling so embarrassed and all. So we're talking about social network. You can easily discuss with your spouse on what is trending on Twitter, what is trending on Instagram, what is trending. You can vibe to it. The way couples do their whole, videos and probably want to put it out there to vibe. And at the end of the day, take it or leave it. When you see a younger girl or a younger guy and an older woman or an older man, they do a video and they are vibing together. It turns to comic. At the end of the day, if you put it out there, people will laugh because it doesn't even fit you. But imagine having two young people or two people at the same age bracket. Maybe if they are both young, it does not really speak, the whole comic, scenario. You understand what I'm saying? So the social network is very much important. Then I'll be talking lastly on the disadvantages of also having this same age bracket
For the
partner.
benefit of everyone in the box, everyone listening right now, this is Marriage and Age Talk Part 2. Thank you so much, One Love. You're doing it.
Okay, so I'll close on this one. So I'll be talking about probably the maturity levels. So individuals in the same age bracket may have, may have different levels of emotional maturity, and it could lead to conflict.
Of course.
A lady in the same age bracket, I can tell you, please, I might not put it please, or I'll just say, okay, please, or probably, can you wash the dishes? Sometimes you can be in that your very moody, situation, and you'll be like, why can't you be yourself? Why can't you do it yourself? Why do I have to do it? Why do I have to be the one to do it? And now, because of the lack of maturity, in between these two people, you understand, it could actually cause conflict. You understand, it could actually cause conflict. I would just, try to be fast. Then we're talking about limited perspective. Sharing the same generational experience may limit exposure to diverse, point of view and impacting personal growth. Because we grew up almost the same time, we understand the same thing. You understand? So we might actually have limited perspective. So we might not really have reference to probably, okay, this happened in the 80s, or this is how we are doing it before, or this is how it's been done. We both grew into it. A lot of kids that were born from the late to the early 2000s, they all feel that there's a thing as having multiple gender. That's what they were born into. You understand? So when you're born into a thing and you're having this age bracket with the same person, you can have limited perspective. You understand, to a whole lot of things in life.
Yeah.
You understand?
Life,
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll talk about competition as well. Partners may compete, in professional or personal achievements, and it could lead to, tension or resentment. So when we are in the same age bracket, we are trying to rub shoulders. I want to be the one heading you, probably financially. In most cases, we spoke on this, I think, some 2 weeks ago or so. In most cases, when you have an older partner and he's richer than you or she's richer than you cannot see them complain or get scared, or probably insecurity is certain, like we said the other time. But when you're in the same age bracket, when one is probably the lady is richer than the man, insecurity is the most certain. So that's a disadvantage as well. They want to compete. You understand? They want to compete. You see a man tells his wife, you have to stop working there. Probably because he's scared that she might start earning higher than him, or probably the woman will tell the man, you have to stop going out with your friends. Probably because she feels that they're going to mingle with people like a street and meet a lot of ladies and all. So competition is also a very key role. Then I'll end with peer pressure. You understand? The couples may actually feel influenced by their peers, regarding to their lifestyles or choices, and it could actually create stress in the relationship. I can actually explain. You can have probably we have this age bracket, our peers, and this guy owns a Bugatti, this one owns a Ferrari, and we are just driving something that is not even luxury. We tend to put ourselves under that financial stress to be able to get to that point. But if one person was very much matured and understands the language of maturity, like I talked about maturity level, it wouldn't really be a thing. One person will have to talk the other out of it. We have cases where a lot of people that flaunt their flamboyant lives on the internet, they are all in debt. Most of them, you understand? A lot of couples that just want to show off and all. So that's a disadvantage. When nobody's advised, when one person is not able to advise the other, probably because of the whole peer pressure stuff, you understand? So that's my own take. But then both the higher age and the same age bracket partners, they have their own, advantages and disadvantages. But the success of a marriage depends on factors like I normally say, communication and shared values, mutual respect, and all those things. It's not really age that defines, even a marriage is going to work or not. It's not really age based. You understand? So a lot of factors, promotes the marriage to work. So it's not really an age based stuff. So everybody has their own, their own preferences. I want someone that is older. I want someone just the same way somebody will tell you, I want someone that is fat. I want someone that is slim. So I feel it's a preferential choice. It's not really a factor. It's not really a thing that I have a lot of people that married an older woman, an older man, and they have a perfect. No marriage is perfect, but they had a better and peaceful home than people that were of the same age bracket. So that's my.
Oh my God! Wow. I think I need water.
You see, if you look into that age pair bracket relationship here, they have more misunderstanding.
Sarah, welcome. Yeah.
That age pair bracket in relationship, they have more misunderstanding, more conflict resolution to deal with than the age difference. If you look at the woman who married a man 5 years older than her, the conflict that comes in this relationship is lesser compared to pair age brackets. Then most men who marry a woman that is higher than, the conflict is very slim, very slow.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sarah. Thank you.
yeah. If you check it in our society, you will see that the men that marry a woman that is older than them 5 years or maximum 10, you see that peacefulness in majority of the relationship. The same thing with the woman that married 5 years older than her and 10 years. There's more peace compared to pair age. Pair age, they are the most one that have problem more in these three categories. Yeah, they are the ones.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. Different perspective, different whether the man is older or the woman is older or vice versa, whatever it is, the preference still lies in them. In fact, as you both were speaking, especially when One Love was speaking, talking about the same age, there's a lot in there really, because we need to be wise, and relationship takes a lot of wisdom. So imagine both of them about the same age. Who wants to teach who what, or I get it, I really get it, but I never looked at it that way because I just felt as long as you're each other's friends, everything should be fine. But yeah, I'm looking at it with a different eye now. So thank you for that. So much insight from One Love. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I have Linda. I want to hear from you, Linda. What is your take on this marriage and age? And I asked two main questions today, which you can attempt, or it depends on what angle you want to look at it. So it doesn't matter, just to kind of, actually the puzzle, guys. Final. I'm asking us the puzzle for today. I'm so sorry, I'm coming to you now. My puzzle is, why is it so hot in hell? Don't forget that, because we're getting deep into the conversation. So the question about this marriage and age is, in this current dispensation, what age, excuse me, is ideal to get married, whether a man or a woman, that they're still okay? So what do you think is the right age for either of them to be married? And then the second question is, what is the ideal age gap couples should have between themselves, whether the man to the woman or the woman to the man? So what is your take about that as well? Like I say, you can answer these questions or whatever you want to add to it, just to expand this talk today really will be beneficial. Thank you so much, Linda. Let's hear from you, please.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can. Thank you so much for joining. Let's hear your views about this.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I will be very brief because I'm on night shift.
Okay.
Like, I'm currently working. Yeah, I'll be brief. So I will talk more on compatibility.
Okay.
For me, marriage is all about compatibility. Yeah, age, it's okay, but like if two persons are not compatible, as if you're dating someone and you notice like there are some disparities, like you guys are not compatible in a lot of ways, I feel like you need to pause.
Gap, it doesn't matter as long as
Yeah. Okay, for age, let me just come to this of it, like for age, it differs for people. Some persons love people far older than them. Some love maybe 5 years older. Some love maybe 7 years older.
Mara, thank you.
So for me, I think in the past I used to think like maybe the older a person, maybe the more mature the person. But recently, I would say no, it's not really like that,
Always. Tamara says,
it's not really like that. Seriously.
Tamara says age matter. Oh, okay. I'll find a box for you. Let's hear from you.
No. Like, okay. Let me just calm down a little. I've actually encountered a small boy. Like I'll call him a boy, but while discussing with him, I noticed as in this guy is so mature. Like in my mind, I was just like, had it been this figure or this whole bag, as in this whole, I don't know how to put it, maybe character and everything, these whole characteristics are in an elder person, seriously, I will really go for this person, because so mature, as in take things so easy, you know, I don't know. So that's just it. But there are some persons I've also seen quite mature, as in age-wise. But when they talk, you'll be like, gosh, what's this? You'll be like, what's this? Some persons will say like, age is just a number. I believe age is just a number, but that age is just a number wouldn't make one maybe go and marry an old man. But if you still find peace and you find out that you're compatible with the old man and going for the money, and I feel you can. And you should go for it, like if you're proud of the person, not just someone you will marry and you're not proud of the person. Maybe if you go, if the both of you are going, if you see a friend, you'll not start hiding. So for me, if you want to marry somebody quite older than you, and you're proud of that person, you can live with that person, and both of you are compatible. I think I'll applaud that. So age, for me, age is just a number. And if you're going for anything marriage, just go for just look out for the compatibility. Like this person, not just compatibility comes in a lot of things. Okay, a med lab scientist. I encounter some patients that you both know that you are AS, you can't marry, or this one is AS, the other one is AC. They'll be that AC is very close to AA now. It's close. No. It's almost the same, and you see them argue like we have to get down, we can't do without each other, but at the long run you see them as in even trying to divorce. You understand? I've seen a lot of cases in the hospital. You are AS, this person is AS. You guys were blended with love, and at the end of the whole thing, you guys married, as in start producing SS children, and now the love that was shocking you guys earlier, as in suddenly disappear. So mine is compatibility, and compatibility comes in different ways: religious compatibility, moral compatibility, as in lots. Like in all ramification, are we compatible? Okay, let me just say maybe our compatibility level is not just 100%, but at least let it just pass average. Let it just be that at least we agree with the same thing, we like the same thing, we have a lot of things in similarity, that's the little I can chip in before. But I'm listening, I'm here, I'm working and I need to go back. Thank you very much.
So much compatibility.
Sorry, can I say something? You see, if she talks about compatibility, it's compatibility that make the AS to go and follow the AC. That is causing problem now. They're now having SS children.
I think that's on the flip side.
Yeah, it's compatibility that caused that too.
Because they're so compatible, they overlook that important.
That's it.
Okay, I guess so. Yeah, thank you for pointing out that. People on live today, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Sorry. I did not get the question he asked. Sorry.
You said for you, compatibility matters a lot. And he was just saying that for the example you gave, the AS and AS, because they're so compatible in other areas, they neglected that. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah, they're so yes.
Yeah.
So that's just the flip side. Compatible in every other place. But this particular one wasn't still compatible. Health-wise, they weren't compatible. So they neglected it.
No, it's like
the compatibility covers
it covers everything, but it is what it is with the ASAS. Compatibility will not change that. Do you understand? We know that AS and AS are not
sure.
That's what he means.
Compatible. So, okay, all right. Thank you.
That's the flip side of your contribution, so to say, which is quite deep for us to observe, really. So in as much as you get each other, you finish each other's sentences, you are in sync. Guys, AS, nah. So you're not compatible with that, and that is very significant in that relationship, because otherwise it's the children you're going to bring forth that would stifle that love you have for one another. So that compatibility Linda is talking about, it has to cut across every aspect, as well as your health. Most especially, you both know, and in fact, I remember there was maybe a movie or something I watched back in the day. Nothing like ASAS. People were not even talking about that. People were not even checking all of that. But you found out that so many couples were having sick children, but nobody could. It was later on that this enlightenment came, and then they start talking about it. And even still, in the early days, some people feel ASAS talk is nonsense as far as they were concerned. Oh, we would pray to God, or, they bring their faith factor in, just, denying. I think it's self-denial, or they're in denial of that, their medical condition. So no matter how much that's why I say, look, when you're dating, there's a lot of things to talk about. Not just, oh, I miss you, I love you. It's good, don't get me wrong, but there's some talks that matters in life you have to talk about. age we're talking about is one of it. Your blood group, blood type, all of those, family history, if possible, all of those things matters a lot. And some people, because they don't even talk about, imagine AS marrying SS. Just because maybe their SS is not the weak type that 466 gold, but they are SS. And that's how we're compatible, we love each other, this and that. And imagine the kind of children they're going to have. There's not even chance for any, so to say, of those children that they will bring forth. So why do you want to put those children in fact, why do you want to put yourself through that? Because no matter how deep that love is, you have literally brought something that will destroy that love if care is not taken. So thank you so much for that contribution, Linda, and Onoye for also pointing the other bit out. Thank you so much for that. I want to call on Mr. Nimsi, if you're there, if you can speak. I don't know what your take is about this topic, marriage and age. Should the wife be older because she'll be more matured? Should husband be older because he'll be more matured? Or what do you reckon? And if there's an age gap, what do you reckon should be the ideal age gap between couples? Let's hear from you. Good evening.
Good evening, and good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Quite an interesting topic. I think my take, I'll try and keep it short. It's all about perspective, and it's all about when you're going into a relationship, you need to ask yourself what exactly you're looking for and what do you see.
Okay.
Like what all the speakers and all the the few ones which I've heard, what everyone have spoken about, it's it's all spot on. Say for example, you have an older man with a younger lady. It could be that something in the man's mind, he wants somebody to keep him young. And at the same time, when a younger lady, because I know we're talking about financial security most of the time when someone goes for someone to be older. But for someone who, ideally, it is said that most ladies, their mind mature faster than guys, for example. So sometimes, say a lady now decides to marry an older man. A 30-year-old lady might be as matured as a 60-year-old man for starters. That's me just saying that out there. I don't know that I have statistics for that really. But what I'm saying is sometimes it depends on the person. But I think the aspect which I really want to zone in on is the fact that each person must understand that whichever choice you make, you should understand what goes with it. And I will explain. If you're marrying someone who you're at par with in terms of age, you guys are just 1, 2, 3, 4 years apart, you must understand and be ready to build with that person. When you're at par with that kind of a person, you're not marrying, you're 25, you're marrying a guy who is 27, and you expect him to treat you like as if he's your father and carry all your responsibility. That would not work. That is a recipe for disaster already. If you want someone who is going to be like a father figure for you per se, then maybe at that 25-year-old girl should go for a guy who is 50. And that way, the guy will not bother you with anything. The guy is already sorted. He will take all over your liabilities. Then you can sit down and just cross your leg. But when you want to marry someone who you want to build with that person, you must understand that. That's why sometimes this issue of what does someone bring to the table, it creates a lot of discussion and it gets people riled up. And you're asking yourself, you're going into a relationship. You're building something together. You're building a future. You're building a home. Everyone must go there with their best self to contribute to where that vision or where that, of course, there has to be a captain. There has to be someone leading that union to where that group is going to. But at the same time, some younger guys who maybe they've tried in life and maybe things have not been that fortunate, they might have the energy. The older woman who has made money, at that point in time, she's not looking for your money. She doesn't even really need your money. She just needs your energy to keep her alive, So at that point in time, you're in that relationship. She's not waiting to say, okay, come and let's build this business together. In fact, she would employ the guy. The thing is just be right there by her side, and that's all she needs. She needs that companion. She needs that person to be with her. She already has the money. She already has a business empire. In fact, she might just say, okay, you are a manager of one of the companies, and everyone is fine. Everyone is happy. That's what she wants. She wants someone who has a back, who knows that, or at least somebody who will not steal her money or get the things which she's been able to gather over time. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, each person should understand the various dynamic of what you're going into. Then the issue of societal, what the society frowns against, it is now you to know how to deal with that aspect. When someone sees you with someone older, are you ready to say, look, you guys are looking at it that this guy is older than me, we can't go to disco together, we can't go to the club together, but hey, I'm happy in other areas because that is one which is more paramount to me. So I think at the end of the day, it's all about choices, it's all about preference, and for whichever preference or whichever one or whichever stick life deals with you, you should also understand the dynamics of it. If you are with an older man, which is way older, the man will not go with you for those night outs and those. He doesn't have the energy for that. The man is reading about politics or is reading about who is going to be the next Oba of his town. He doesn't have time to run around with you for disco. So you need to understand who you're with and not compare what is happening with the Joneses next door. So at the end of the day, like I said, you need to understand what you're looking for. You need to understand what life have dealt with you, and you need to understand what comes with it, and bring in your own best self. I think at the end of the day, the world will be a happier place.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. So, individual choice again coming up. Individual choice. Individual choice, because you will be the one to live with that person. Are you ready? Like you said, bring in your best self, regardless of the age gap or age dynamics you have. Every marriage relationship requires communication, mutual respect, all of those things put together, regardless of the age. Even if the woman is 10 years older, you married her, you liked that, you were okay with it. You need to respect one another. For the woman, don't say because you're 10 years older, my husband, sit down there, you must sit there. When I'm talking, you don't talk. You're not my age mate. Please don't bring that. The moment you say I do, you are age mate, regardless of that number you're counting. So he's still your head, no matter 10 years older or 100 years older, he's still your head. He has a say in things. He's still the captain of that home as far as marriage is concerned. So we need to be careful. Oh, thank you so much, Linda. Thank you. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your comments, contributions tonight. Thank you for that. I think I have Precious. You're there? Precious wifey. Hey, Gengesh. Good evening to you, precious wifey. How are you? Gold, I'm coming to you in a minute. Precious, I hope you can speak. Please unmute. Let's hear you. Otherwise, because I'm looking at the time. Precious. Precious, are you there? No, I'm not sure she can speak or she's ready. Okay, Gold, I'll come to you. Since she's still there, she might talk after you or so. Guys, my puzzle is still here. Why is it so hot in hell? We have to tackle this thing today, honestly. Why is it so hot in hell? That's my question today for the puzzle. If you know the answer, please attempt. I'm waiting for people to even attempt today. So, Gold, you said you have something to say. Oh, I don't have any more boxes.
Yeah.
Please, let's hear from Tamara. 1 second.
Use my box if you want to bring somebody in.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you so much, Honor. Thank
Use
you.
mine. You can use mine too. I think you can use mine too. Let me start the comment section.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, the gospel. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate your help.
Good evening, everyone.
You can use my box as well. Let me drop off.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I don't know who the last speaker was. I didn't catch the name, but he spoke.
Nancy.
Okay, he spoke really well, and like he said, whatever decision you make, there are consequences, and you need to be ready for those consequences.
Yeah.
So I'm going to speak from a personal perspective on this issue.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, please.
For me, when I was still dating, I preferred older guys.
Oh.
Because I felt
how old?
The younger I was, the older they were, like 10, 15 years. But when I got older, there's a stage, like I said the last time, I got married at almost 38. So the older you get, you can't be 38. I want to date somebody who is 15 years older anymore. So the gap begins to shrink over the years. But when I was younger, I dated some people who is older, 10 years, 15 years, and all of that. It's all fun and good because to me, I was very stubborn. So I needed that person who I'll be able to respect. So the age was the thing for me because of how stubborn I was. And over time, it was just like, it was like a routine. If I end a relationship, if anyone who is my age bracket or close to my age comes, I always tell them, sorry, I don't do child abuse. And they'll be like, excuse me, I'm 1 or 2 years older than you. So what are you on about?
Oh, goodness.
So that was how it went until I stopped dating. But my last relationship before my husband was older than me,
Okay.
and it didn't end well.
Wow. Is the age gap much?
The age gap wasn't much. I can't really remember right now. I'll have to start calculating, which I don't have time for. But it was like, it should be maybe around 10 or so. I can't really recall. But
Okay.
one thing I realized is my husband was the first young guy I dated.
Wow.
And after being with him, I regretted not dating younger guys. Because there are some parts of my youth I didn't experience that I'm currently now experiencing with him.
Oh, wow.
Because my husband is just a year older than me.
Okay.
So, and we blend so well. We do things like kids play around the house, chase each other around the house. So he blends in with my friends, I blend in with his friends, stuff like that, which is something you hardly get when you are with someone older. Just like the last speaker said, there are things an older man cannot do with you. You know that this thing, he can't do it. So you just have to make do with the aspect you feel you want to get.
Yeah.
And my mindset has been, if I'm with someone who is younger or my age bracket, because I'm too stubborn, I would not respect them. But it dawned on me that when I met my husband, it dawned on me, if you meet that person submissive, he doesn't even need to ask you for it.
Yes. Yeah.
If you think you are crazy, the calmness that will even come, you'll be asking yourself, is this me? Like, what's happening? What's happening? So you just have to like experience a different part of you. So it's best date old, date young, and know that there is a gap. Like I always say, money is not everything. I will always choose my happiness over money because there are things money cannot buy. Happiness is very important in a marriage, in a home. I know some women will say it's good to cry in a limousine than to cry on a bicycle. Doesn't make sense to me because I don't want to be in a marriage, have all the money, and be in tears.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So that is why young girls, when you're coming up, some people go into it for money, some go into it for the fact that they can't tolerate the younger guys, and some go into it. Trust me, some younger guys can be very stressful. They mess with your head, they play with your heart. So stuff like that. Young girls tend to avoid young guys. So it's not always for money, but because of the heartbreak and so many things that come with it. But there are still the good ones out there. There are still good young guys out there. You have to be compatible in all aspects. Ask the right questions. And I, for one, I know some women can marry someone younger. I cannot marry someone younger than me. Never. I can't.
Really? Not
Nah,
even maybe
age is a deal
1 year?
breaker for me. Never. I can't.
Oh, wow.
I know some women play it so
Okay.
well, but I'm not one of those. I can't, because one day I will say, I senior you. I not be your mate.
You
Do
better
you
say that,
understand?
sorry.
So I know who I am. I will not deceive myself that, oh, it's all lovey dovey dovey. Go into it and I start feeling, why is he even talking to me like this? It doesn't even know I'm not his mate.
Does he know I'm older?
So do you
Your
understand?
mate, so
So I
yes.
cannot even risk it. Some women play it so well, they can do it. But me, I'm not one. I don't have that grace. That is why I did not even try dating anybody younger than me. A lot of people younger than me ask me, I'm like, never, I can't do it. It's not everyone who can do it. So in all compatibility, just like the other speaker said, know what you want. Know what you want. Like they said, age is just a number, but you know what you want. Just like me, that I know that I can't be with someone younger. That is me. Other women do it. And I have never been with someone around my age until my husband. And I am glad I am with him, because I'm getting to experience so many aspects in dating, marriage, everything that I never really experienced. You can do a lot of fun things together. You can, these older men, there are levels to, like, you can't even talk to them, and some of them tend to be narcissists. They manipulate you, they say things to you. They will like, long story for another day.
I know. I mean, some case scenario is just coming to. I don't want to share here. That's why I'm laughing. Like, I hear you.
Do you
I hear
understand?
beyond
Story
your
for
words.
another
Thank
day.
you.
I said my ex before my husband, when I broke up with him, he never expected it. I told him, I said, I can't. I said, my happiness comes first. I said, so I'm sorry, this is not going to work. He never believed it. And after I broke up with him, he was tormenting me. He said I was the first woman that ever broke up with him. He is never going to let me go. He was threatening me, so many things.
Wow.
And I was like, he first used emotional blackmail, it didn't work. And he started, because we're heading towards marriage. But I was so happy that we didn't get to that point. Because if we had gone to that point, it would have been a different ballgame entirely. So in the end, red flags. When you see any red flag, just run. Don't say, oh, the money is there, the money is juicy, I want to stay. Run. When I mean run, don't even leave your slippers. If you want to practice by it will take time. Leave your slippers and take off barefooted. So when I saw the red flags, I said, no, I can't do this. And the whole thing packed up. He had to take, up until last year, he still threatened me. I had to tell him, because my husband knew everything and all of that. So my husband was now forced to tell him that he's not fighting you as a single woman. He's fighting you as a married woman. And if he's not careful, we are going to file an harassment case from UK to US. So he should let you be. Do you know, it was when I sent that email to him, till date, he has not contacted me. He got the message clean and clear. We just have to be like very careful while at it. If the age is your problem, try to date older and younger, then deduce what you want. Experience both. It's very good to experience both. Then you make your conclusions. I'm happy that I did end up with an older man, because I've always said that I'll marry somebody older, but I'm so happy that God was the one who planned my life for me and not the way I wanted it to be. because who knows, it would have been a different ball game right now and all of that. So in all, girlies, do the needful. Don't get too carried away. Very important. And when it comes to genotype, do your genotype is important. I have a friend who is currently married. She's AS, her husband is AS. They both knew. The families knew. We did all we could to discourage her, but she said, if no be that boy, head no day down. They got married. Now they have a son. So we are just praying for the best to happen. Like I told my husband, because he doesn't even know his genotype. He doesn't even know his blood group. We were speaking about it some weeks ago. He now asked me, do I know mine? I said, do you think if I don't know my own, I will marry you?
Okay,
Yes,
so I
I'm
take it
AA.
you're AA because that's a,
I'm AA.
oh, how about a huge gamble?
No, I won't
Oh
risk
my
it if I was
God.
AS.
Okay.
I would have dragged him to the hospital to go and do this.
Please. I love your story so much. Please, I don't want to think
That was
otherwise.
that
To
was
be
what I
honest,
told you. When I
thank
said,
you.
me, I'm AA. My blood group is A plus. I said, so if I was AS, I said I would have dragged you to the hospital to go and do it. I said I didn't say anything because I'm AA. I said it's important to us back home in Africa to always know our genotype. But they don't do it here. That is why they have lots of these people with their stuff and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's very important. I did all my necessary health test checks, everything before I left home. Because you can easily access those things back home than over here.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
that will be all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. I mean, you can be compatible in every area, but this one health issue we're talking about, those things are key. It's very important. Very, very. Don't even. It's not red flag. It's just a no. It's a no because the hassle that comes with it, like somebody shared before, it will squeeze out the love from that relationship. I mean, imagine having 3 children and all of them are SS, AS, or SS, and all of that. The trouble alone is enough. So before you now put the ring on the finger, be sure all the steps you need to do. That's why it's even crucial who are the people surrounding you when you're about to get married. Are there people asking some true life or truthful questions? This person you want to marry, do you know their blood group, their blood type? This person you're married, do you know this? Do you know that? They don't just say, oh no, I love them. It doesn't matter. No, these things will matter when you enter inside that marriage. And you might not just be able to handle it. And you don't want, marriage is supposed to be a lifetime enjoyment. This is God's design for it. He said a man will leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. There's so many other factors, that goes with it. Love is not enough. There's so many, we've been talking about maturity and so many aspects of it that we need to pay attention to. So if you're listening right now, you're planning to start a relationship, what do you want to talk about in that relationship before it gets serious? These are things you want to know this person. I'm out of the market. I've been out of the market for 25 and a half years. If I were to be in the dating world right now with all this, life that I've been attending, hearing all of this, I've learned a lot to know that, look, there are certain things we would talk about and know, except maybe this person is lying to you. This is what they think you want to hear. I'm AA. My doctor said I'm AA just because they think this is what you want to hear. No. If possible, I need to see it, let's book a blood test, whatever, both of us. I know you have a past test you've done. I have as well. Let's book. It's a date blood test, Abi. I don't know how to put it. Let's go together. You and I will go and get the result back, and then we'll know where we go from here, because this is very crucial. It can break up that marriage before it even starts. So thank you so much for that contribution. Tamara, I'm going to come to you. I think you might be the last speaker for today before I round up. I know. Thank you. Yeah, indeed, a blood test. I don't know what I want to. At least the child get my gist. Make it a date after the blood test. both of you carry each other to the Lucozade store, sit down there, have a bottle of Lucozade to regain your energy, and talk some more. Yes, talk some more. So thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Gold, rather. So Tamara, I want to hear from you. What is your take about this? Because I can feel you, sister. Let's
Hi,
hear
good
your take. I
evening,
hope you're good.
everyone. I don't really have a lot to say concerning this, but just a few things I'll contribute here. Talking about age in marriage, for me, that's very, very important. Because I cannot go and marry somebody of my father's age and then want to act like somebody of my age. It's not possible.
And when you wake up in the morning, you have to kneel down and say, good morning.
Especially if you're marrying the typical African man that will not be seeing you as his baby, like his own child. First of all, there is a lot that comes with that. And one of the major things, two major things I would say that affect a lot of marriages. One of them is finance, another one is sex. I'm very blunt, pardon me for my words. But sexual satisfaction is one important part. When it comes to getting married to, for example, an older man, and then you are somebody that probably you like sex, and then you have older man who is maybe having sex once in a while, which is not even going so well, the tendency of you cheating and living unhappy is very high. Because I don't know for other people, but for me, there are days when you just have sex and then your whole life feels like it's going smoothly, you're happy, everything is going well. Not all the time, but whenever you have it, let it be, worth it. Not you start looking at that person. I don't know how people can wake up, look at the person they are in a relationship with or in a marriage with, and then they're angry, they're feeling disgusted. How do you even kiss somebody that looks like your father with those old mustache? So many things, though. That's not even. I'm just saying. And then you want to go and meet your age mate. Of course, we all have that pair people we anger together before we get married. So now you will not be prompt to inviting your older man into that party or whatever you're doing, because even if your friends accept him because he's a sugar daddy and he's spending money and all of it, you just know that you don't belong. Because okay, when he goes there, your friends come there with their young boyfriends or husbands. He's going to feel very uncomfortable. So this is going to be like everyday reminder. First of all, that's a torture that you will never forget, no matter how wealthy your life is going. Because most times when we don't have something, we long for it, we want it by all means. So now you see an older man who has money and it's like, oh, I want this money, I want this one, I want to be with this one. And then finally you get married to this man. You are not living that life. You have all of the luxury you need. You still feel very empty. Life already has so much trouble, and you don't want to now live. I always used to say when I was single, I said forever is too long to be unhappy and be miserable.
Exactly.
If I'm going to be single and be happy, let me remain single and be happy. I'm not talking about just older man. This is in marriage in general. If I'm going to be married and be miserable in the rest of my life, I'd rather remain single and be happy, because by then I have right to do whatever I want to do. But I don't just want to marry. I want to marry right. Let it be that, because let's take finance out of the situation. What will make a girl marry somebody that is older than her with 20 years? What is warranting it?
How would you do with that?
They said money now.
So
money
now you are living in
rules.
that money. You have all of the money. Then you start feeling like the poorest person. You'll be unhappy, you'll be sad. There are so many things that you will want that you cannot have. It's just like you've sold your peace of mind, your happiness. So for me, if anything other than 10 years, is a no. Is a no, never. And then if somebody is younger than me with 2 years, for me, I don't really, when I say age is just a number, it's a number, yes, but to a certain level. So if a person is younger than me with 2 years and is thinking maturely, depends on how we relate. Yes, I can get married to him, because he can even marry somebody who is older than him with 5 years or 10 years and still behave like a foolish person. So that has really nothing to do with age. Some people are younger than you, but they are very mature in their thinking and the way they treat a woman and all of that stuff. The same way we say, like what God was saying earlier, that she liked to be with an older man because at the time, because they make her feel like this and like that. The same way there are some boys who want to be with an older lady because they are more understanding and more respectful, responsible, whatever. So if you meet a person like that, the things will go very well. But you see this thing called marriage, because I'm inside the marriage now. I know what it is, how it feels like now. I mean, not too long, but I know what it feels like. If you marry somebody that is your uncle or that's your daddy, you just there are some days you want to jump on your man, you want to play, you want to push his head, you want to play rough play. Can you do that with your daddy? Can you do that with your uncle? You can't.
It will remind you how many years.
Even if the man has
my
not said
goodness,
anything,
wow.
just you having the thought, you now be thinking, this is my uncle. I can't go and try this nonsense. First of all, you already have fear. Because for you to now go and accept a marriage from an older man, automatically you have submitted your self-respect to that man. So anything you want to do is like you need permission before doing it. But when you marry somebody that you have that rapport with, have that understanding with, you don't need to ask. You want to say, Daddy, can I touch your head? Can I hold your leg? Can I do this? And there are sometimes you be doing things with fear because you don't know if he's going to collapse. You don't know if he's going to have a heart attack. So many things. You are sleeping, you wake up in the night and you are thinking, is he still breathing? How do you function?
Mara, you don't get filter for mouth.
I don't get. No, but I feel I'm just saying, because to be honest, the older you get, you start thinking, I'm a bit closer to this, closer to that. You don't want to, you will think, is this man still breathing? Is this woman, especially when I see very young boys getting married to a very older woman. You want to tell me saying I love? It's not possible. I mean, it's possible, yeah. But you are in love with the material things you are getting. That's the thing. People say, oh, yes, you can love older man, you love the things that you are getting. Because you can't tell, what are you loving in that man? You get the material stuff is what makes people happy. So yeah, age is really, really important to marry somebody, because days when even if your partner is the best partner, you marry somebody of your age, even if it's the best partner, there are days you just wake up and you feel like fighting for no reason. I feel those days. I don't know for other people. Sometimes I see my husband, I tell my husband, I say, babe, we've not fought. Let's it's been a while. The house is too calm. You get so
winch.
I'm telling you, because I don't like somewhere to be too quiet. Like, babe, it's been a while. What's going on? There's no spice in this place. Let's spice it up. Now life is already boring, so you don't want to now go and invite boredom by yourself and then live for the rest of your life. Be feeling depressed.
Tamara, just 1 second. See, let me tell you, me, I used to be a troublemaker. Like, I was very troublesome. But sure, you see, my husband is the opposite of me. I think that was one of the reasons that God even made me to marry late, because everything is already planned out. Before I met my husband, I became a different version of me. Now, for the fact that my husband has been married for over 3 years, we've not quarreled. It's not because I'm a saint. As a woman, you still have that 2 minutes con that will come.
I think.
But my husband will never give room. So when I'm in my moment, having my mood swing, and I'm like saying misbehavior and doing things, he will just say, your Nigerian people have come, Abi.
Really?
So when I'm angry, he starts saying things that just calm me down. When I be asking myself, what am I even angry for, God's sake? Why? So I think we women, we always have that moment, our Gbanje moments, just surface. Nothing. Something will just trigger you. You just want to make trouble where there's no trouble. So my husband has been able to bring that calmer version of me, the best part of me, that for the fact that he doesn't stress me, he doesn't give me issues, I also don't want to be giving him any trouble.
Yeah.
So I just try my best.
Wow. That is mutual, and that's what every relationship needs, honestly. Yeah.
Tamara, carry on. Sorry.
It's okay. It's very nice. But honestly speaking, I feel like if you want to get married, the major thing is not for the age. If you see somebody that is because to be honest, there are some older guys that they are well educated, they're exposed to the other part of the world, they know how to respect a woman, so they don't think like the typical African man that will say, oh, I'm older than you. They will keep reminding you for the rest of your life. They will treat you, they will love you, and they will respect you. So if you know that you're not ready before you get married to any kind of age, you want to get married, because that's a personal decision. Yeah, So you think about it and you're like, oh, I want to get married, or you meet somebody that's very nice for whatever reason you want to get married. Make sure you're mentally, physically prepared for that forever. Not that when things get bad, you now want to think, oh, if I was it's not rosy anyway. You can marry somebody of your age and your life will be miserable. You can marry somebody older and your life will still be miserable. Misery is everywhere. Just marry the one that you know that you can handle. That one that you know that you can bear for the rest of your life. That's just it. So
You say misery is
Thank you.
I'm just reiterating what she said. She said misery is everywhere.
it's everywhere.
Isn't it? We that's why we have to create our happiness together.
But I feel like one
is
thing about the age gap thing, I feel like though it's in every relationship, but I feel like when it comes to age gap, there is the word trust and commitment is a lot. Like you need to work hard because your young wife is going out, your blood pressure is going up. You're thinking, what is going?
somebody Mr. Nimsi
Yes,
choose your
that's
own
why I said
poison.
misery is everywhere. So now your young wife is going out, you are thinking, oh, because when you get married to somebody way older than you, either a man or a woman, insecurity is a major problem. You go to a party with this person, and then the person's classmates from God knows when see them, and then hey, and then you are thinking, oh, this is a young boy or a young girl that is taking my wife or my husband away. And that becomes a problem. There is always going to be an argument. I mean, there will always be. If it's a person that is very expressive, there's always going to be an argument. But if they are the ones that will not speak up, they'll just keep quiet, and then one day they'll just explode because they are thinking they are not good enough. Every time you are next to somebody, especially somebody new to them, it becomes a problem. And then committing to that kind of relationship is a lot. That's why some people, we hear that from the beginning when they get married to their husband, they took them to a shrine to swear. So this marriage is for better, for worse. You know, these kind of things are not needed because why? You are scared that this person might leave you at the end of the day. Why do I need to swear before getting married to my husband? Just so I will not leave him. There's a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. My goodness, my cup is overflowing right now with all this information, all these submissions, and all of that. Yeah, I think we're good to go now. I am full. I am overflowing. I don't even know what to say anymore. Thank you so much, Tamara. Thank you, Gold. Blackson, you're still there. Zizi, thank you so much. Mr. Nimsi and what's his name?
The gospel
the office. The gospel. In fact, they're making me laugh underneath there. I'm like, okay. But thank you so much. I really appreciate all your tappings, all your gifts, all your submissions. And I want to believe, these things are eye-opener for some people listening in. Some are in a relationship right now, and this AS and AS thing they're talking about, they've not even considered it. And they are in love already. So please, if you're in love, we're not saying fall out of love, but these are information that is crucial to your marriage surviving or not. So don't run away from it. Don't be in denial of it. You love this person, you're compatible in every area. Please make sure you find out all these health issues or health situations with your spouse, whoever you're in partnership with already before you go to that altar. And I know, I don't know who mentioned that you're in love. I think it was Gold. Couples will fall in love before they will not start finding things, or they're newlyweds on their honeymoon is when they're not asking, by the way, my dear husband, what is your genotype? No, please don't leave it till that late. It's better you find out before you walk down the aisle. These are information that is crucial, regardless of the age thing we're even talking about. These are crucial decision issues that needs to be dealt with before you go to that altar. Please, it's very important. It's very, very important. Don't come and just start raising those children, hospital today, hospital tomorrow, falling sick and then you both will not even have time for yourself. Either the wife is quickly rushing to the hospital or the husband is running to meet with them. For how long do you think you can do that? For a lifetime? And that's even if those children survive eventually. So let's be mindful, because these are These are very, very crucial decisions we need to go into before marriage. So thank you all so much for your contributions. Danny Babes, I see you there. Thank you so much, Zizi. Thank you, Blacksim, Tamara. Oh my God, please, maybe I have to be dragging you out for every live that I come on now. You make it interesting and we learn a lot as well. So thank you so much for your contribution, Gold. I appreciate you, Mr. Nimsi. Thank you, the Gospel Office. D Graphics, I see you're engaging. Thank you guys so much. Well, till I come your way again on Monday, well, you see, that nearly happened. I'm going to tell us the puzzle. I mean, the answer to the puzzle before I go, because I don't intend to bring it back, or else I'll just push it aside altogether. One Love, if you're there, or Manager, if you're still there, please. The question or for the puzzle is, why is it so hot in hell? I think 3 weeks back, I don't know, somebody came to this live and said, because it is not air conditioner or air condition. I'm like, no, that's not the reason, but they almost got it. It was the main word that was missing from the answer. So why is it so hot in hell? Let's kind of reason together. Like, so don't think too much. The reason why is because it is not prayer conditioned. It is not prayer conditioned. It's so hot there because it's not prayer conditioned. You can't pray there. No answer will be heard, so it will continue to be hot. So that is the answer for my puzzle. So I will keep my donut and my ice cream. Once I finish, I'll go and enjoy it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, look at the eyes are opening. Why is it so hot in hell? Is because it is not prayer. That's the word. He said air. I said no, it's not air. So it's not prayer condition. You can't pray. No matter the amount of prayer you pray in hell, it will still be hell. It will still be hot. So because it's not prayer condition, that's why. Guys, thank you. On this note, I'm gonna leave you. I love you. Have a wonderful night rest. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday, 8 p.m. We'll be talking about another interesting topic, not related with marriage, but perhaps maybe no. And do have a lovely night rest. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Gold. Bye, Tamara. Say me hi to your husbands and children. Thank you so much. Blackson, thanks for joining. Zizi, thank you so much for coming up today. Yeah, thank you. Oh, you made it 24K. Thank you. Mr. Nisi, thank you. D Graphics, thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Good night.